Hey, how you doing? Good to hear your voice. How are you? Yeah, good. Yeah, good. I was on Bitterroot for a while and then went to Livonia for a while, but lots of drama. Died a lot, got some kills, but obviously most excited about the main event, which was seeing you tonight. Yeah, it's going to be great times. I'm in the server. I'm trying to commit suicide, but
Hello, hello,
without much
hello.
success
Guys,
because you can't
gals, and
respawn in
non
the server,
binary
can
pals.
you? So I'm currently in a bit of a state. So how was your day? How have you been feeling?
Yeah, not bad. I'm just trying to get onto the server. Yeah, I'm feeling all right. What's
Good,
up,
good,
Nitro
good.
Neo? How you doing? Welcome in. Hey, Sassy Banana. How you doing? I hope that you've been well. Sorry, I'm
Do you know?
just
Do you
getting
know where?
everything started.
Yeah, of course, of course. Do you know where you are?
I'm loading in right now, so not yet.
Cool. So you've had a good day.
Yeah, yeah. I had a busy day today, but it was a good day. I
Good.
like I like being productive. It's
Were you cooking?
I didn't actually. I didn't cook a thing.
I've been making homemade soup.
Oh, what kind? Doing
My
good to the things
speciality
today
is
after all your.
carrot, leek, and
Really?
lentil.
What'd you do? Oh, that sounds delicious.
Because I've had this thing. I've been waking up in the middle of the night with like like really bloated stomach.
Yeah,
And
I know that feeling.
you know that way. You know when you're in your bed and you end up on your knees with your
Oh,
head in the pillow and just want it to go
yes,
away. Like
Sassy,
that.
yes.
So I was thinking, well, I should start making soup, which I did, and I'm totally fine now, just about.
Yeah, I love a good soup. I didn't cook today. All I had was a jacket potato. Um, but I'm really limited with what I can eat right now. So,
I've just said, yeah, of course, of course, of course.
all right. So I am actually
Uh,
I'm not too far from Prig.
well, I'm in Prig, but I'm close to death. I'm close to
Oh
death.
no, already.
Yeah, yeah, but on purpose, just so I could start again.
Oh, okay, okay.
And
I love
yeah, I've
sourdough.
got one glass of wine.
I do
I'm
a
not going to
good
have any more than one glass, so I'm going to say
sourdough
cheers
starter. Cheers.
to your health and success.
Oh, cheers to yours as well. I'm gonna have water, but
Cool.
give me a couple weeks and I'll be returning that cheers with a
Yeah, of course, of course.
nice gin and tonic.
So how's Germany today?
um, wet, wet and
How,
cold.
oh, it's wet. Right, got you. Yeah, the weather was pretty grim here today.
Yeah.
Nice to be indoors.
Ooh,
Slan was saying he got
where's my
soaked at
game
the bus stop.
captions? Yeah, that poor guy. Yeah, it seems to be about the same here as there. He said he was shocked at how much it rains here in Germany.
Of course. He's a good man, your Slan. He's a good egg.
He absolutely is, isn't he? He's the best. Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
love Slan
Once you
Gani
have a
very much.
starter, though, it will last for years. I've been using my sourdough for years and years and years. I'm sorry, what did you say?
I'm saying we love Slan Gani very much.
Yes, we very much do. He's coming to visit me on the 21st, so I'm super excited about that.
Yeah, of course. Brilliant. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, I told him one of my closest friends, her birthday is on the 24th, and I said, I wish you could be here to go to her birthday party with me. And then he called me a few hours later and he said, okay, I'll be there on the 21st.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, good stuff. I'm going to need to go up to Scotland soon because it's my mum and dad's birthday are the day after each other. But it's my mum's 80th.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we're going to have a
Yeah,
there's
you
Slan
can,
there.
yeah,
Good job.
just feed it.
So we're going to have a little
Just
family
feed it,
meal.
just feed it.
So
Oh,
it'll be
that
good to
sounds
see
like
them.
fun.
But I'll go up. I'll try and get flights. You know, I don't. I used to go up on the megabus. Do you know what the megabus is? It's like the flexi bus that you get in Germany.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And every time I went on on the megabus, I would always end up getting ill, and it's like,
Oh,
and
hello,
one time
madam.
I got on right, and
Hello,
it can be quite brutal.
Solzis.
You get on,
How are you
you get
doing?
on the bus, and
Welcome
you're
in.
hoping you'll get 2 seats to yourself, and then of course someone gets on and sits right next to you, and you're squashed up against the window, and ugh. So
Yep.
it's much better if you can fly.
Oh yeah, so much better. Those buses can be a real adventure, and if you're over about 5'4", your legs just have
Yeah.
no room whatsoever. It's
They're
so
cheap though. That's the thing.
uncomfortable. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. I could take a Flixbus, just about anywhere in Germany, and even into France or Switzerland for like $9.
Yeah. I ended up getting the Flixbus back from Berlin
Doing
one
well,
time.
thank
Right, oh,
you.
this might be it. This might be it. Oh no, I won't be able to jump off there. Oh, this is a nightmare. This is a nightmare. Yeah, one time I went. I was playing in Berlin. I'd moved back. I was back in London at this time, but I got asked to go and play at this event. So I flew over there, and I met up with an old friend, and he gave me this silver Zippo lighter, right? Which was really strange, right? And he says, "Oh, I want you to have this." He was from Liverpool. This guy says, "I want you to have this." And I was like, right. And then I remembered that him and his girlfriend had stayed in my flat one time, and I used to have this brass Zippo which mysteriously disappeared. So I think he maybe stole the Zippo, you know. And I'm going to see if I can crawl through here. Oh, I think we're close to death. We're close to death.
I mean, I'm at the prig well now. I could come
nearly
kill
dead.
you.
I'm nearly dead. Yeah, that would be cool. Well, I'm in the industrial bit. I think I'm in Prig. I might be Electro. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, it's hard to tell once it starts to get dark.
Yeah. So anyway, did the gig, and I got the wrong ticket on the underground on the U-Bahn, right? And I'd bought a child's ticket by accident.
Oh no.
I thought I'd bought an off-peak ticket, but it was actually a child's ticket. And I get frog marched off the train, right? They came round looking for the clickers that come in looking for the tickets,
Oh yeah.
and listen, do you want to jump on the other server? This is an absolute nightmare. I don't know how long it's going to take me to kill myself here because I can't respawn.
Right, yeah. No, you can't do that on this you can't do that on this server.
I know. Should we go elsewhere?
Yeah, we could go elsewhere. That's fine.
Right, where should we go? Because we're going to be like this all night.
What's up, Edward? How you doing?
Who'd you fancy?
Yeah, I mean I'm good for anything, honestly. I don't know other maps that well, but I'm always willing to play other maps if you want. I mean, I know that you like Livonia a lot. I'm not super familiar with Livonia, but I'm not opposed to playing it.
We can go in Livonia if you like. I've just been on Livonia all afternoon.
Okay, I mean we can stick with the Chernarus.
What about Winter Chernarus?
Wait, okay, yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, you know the one I mean.
I think I know the one you mean.
Let's go in the one that I mean. Right, we'll do that because this is ridiculous.
Right.
I'll
just message you real quick.
Yeah, it's just annoying that. Right, I'll change the title. This will be much better.
Yeah, I messaged you in Discord to make sure that the one that you set yeah.
Yes, that's it.
All right.
That's the one. That's the one. This will be a lot better, Right. Yeah, because I'm
Hey, what's up,
multitasking,
Adsmore? How you
do
doing?
myself
Welcome in. How's your week been?
Right. Yep, and it's not full. Brilliant. Yeah, so can you hear me?
Yep.
Right, cool.
Edlin, how you
I get
doing?
marched off the train, right?
Welcome
And I
in.
get given this €500 fine. Right, so and I'm like, well, I'm going back to London tomorrow, you know. So I went to the airport, and you know the airport in Berlin, how it's like 4 terminals that are all in a row.
Oh, I haven't been to the one, and
Right.
I'm on the other side of Germany.
Right. In
I'm
Berlin,
doing
the airport,
fantastic.
It's like 4 terminals, like buildings in a row, and I get in, and that announcement came over the tannoy, right, saying Scott McMahon, come to Terminal A, right, and I was like, shit, it's about that ticket, you know. So I was ignoring the messages, and then when it became time to get the on the plane, they stopped me at the gate, right? And they're like, "Is your name Scott McMahon?" I was like, "Yeah." He said, "We've been trying to get in touch with you." I was like, "Oh, have you?" They're like, "Yeah, there's a problem with your luggage." And I was like,
Oh,
"What?" So I had to run to the other.
where the
I had to run to the
fuck
other
am I?
terminal at the other end. You know, I was in Terminal A. I had to go to Terminal D, something like that. And
I'm
when I got there,
I'm
went
at
in and the
Prig.
guy was like, says, "Oh yes, we have found this lighter in your this Zippo lighter in your bag." I was like, "Just flick it in the bin, flick it in the bin."
Oh no.
Ran back to the other terminal, and they wouldn't let me in the gate.
No.
So I went to the other desks, you know, to see if I could get another flight. And this was on the Monday morning, right? And there was no flights I could get on until Thursday. So I ended up having to book the Flixie bus, get to the other side of Berlin, right? And then got the Flixie
Is
bus
that frozen?
to, I think it was to Dusseldorf. Might have
Oh,
been
okay.
Cologne.
Well, they're
Dusseldorf.
right across from each other,
Yeah,
aren't they?
yeah,
Yeah.
to change to another bus. And just when, I'm thinking we're going to miss our connection here. And when it got to just about half an hour before we were meant to get in, the bus driver stopped the bus at these services, got out and started eating his dinner right on this picnic table. And I says to him, "Are we going to make this connection?" And he says, "It's all right. If you miss it, you can get the next one." So I was like, "Well, that's okay." So we got there and missed the connection. The bus drove off. It turned out that was the last bus.
That's.
So we were stranded overnight.
Oh, I
So
need
like,
to put the game back on.
everybody's
Sorry,
on the phone
guys.
to the Flixbus company saying, "What are you going to do?" And they're like, we're not really meant to tell you this, but you can get accommodation up to the value of €80." And I was like, "Well, thanks for bunch, you know." So I was like, by this point, lots of little groups had started to gather with all the passengers, you know, and I was like, "Look, that we're never going to get this money back off this mob. Let's get the cheapest place we can find." So we stayed in this hostel, right? Then the next day, got the bus to Brussels.
It's just so
I got
German.
the guitar out in Brussels. I went to busking in Brussels because there's like a 2 hour changeover, and then got the bus which went through the Eurotunnel.
Oh
And
my goodness.
I was meant to arrive back in London at 12 o'clock lunchtime on the Monday, and I got home at 11:30 at night on the Tuesday night.
That every bit
Wild,
of that
Wild.
just sounds very familiar. It's like it can't be helped. That's like the most common saying. Yeah, it can't be helped. Sorry, you get another connection. Yeah. Last time
That's
Slan flew in, the poor guy was stranded at the airport for about 7 hours. Because there wasn't a bus for the longest time. Then there finally was a bus, but the bus only took cash. So he went to find the only ATM that was in the airport, and it was down.
of course.
And he had to wait for me to get off of work because he was just gonna take the
Ah.
bus. But the poor guy, he was at the airport for like 6 hours, and I
Nightmare.
had like a 2.5 hour drive to go get him, and he kept going. People just saying, "It's sorry, that's how it is. It can't be helped." I was like, "Yeah, yeah."
That's what Slan was saying that today, because he was saying that you know, I was asking him if your internet was all right, and he was saying that, you know, that the customer service is terrible, and it's like, oh, it can't be helped. And I was saying, I thought the reputation of Germany was everything was quite reliable, and he was like, ha 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 ha. You know?
Did you ever take a train in Germany?
Well, I thought the trains were all right. I was on one of those double decker trains one time. It was very rare. It was usually just the U-Bahn trains I would get, and the S-Bahn trains.
And they were on time and they didn't get canceled in the middle of your trip?
I never experienced that.
Oh, it must be different now. It's so unreliable. When we went to Frankfurt for our concert, I told him we need to leave about 7 hours early because there's a good chance that the train will be canceled or delayed. And it's only about an hour train ride from where I live to Frankfurt.
Right.
But all 4 trains that we were supposed to be on got canceled midway through and just dumped us out at random station. And we had to find our way. And I told him, I was like, I think we got in about 20 minutes before we needed to go to the concert venue. And I was like, yep, told you, this is how it is. I think I'll just drive. Drive.
Like
Germany is fun to drive in, though.
Like just that, I mean, that Flixie bus thing was a nightmare that night.
Yeah, I mean, usually I would just drive because I love the Autobahn, but parking is a nightmare I wanted to try to avoid. So I thought we'll just take the train; it'll be easier.
Who were you going to see?
Queens of the Stone Age.
Oh, very cool.
Oh, it's
Very
I
cool.
just waited like 20 years to see them. I just never was either didn't have any money or I was in the wrong country. And when they came through in November, I told Slan, I was like, I am buying tickets. Do you want to go? Because they're coming to Frankfurt. I've got my chance. And it was so
Yeah,
good. It
very
was
cool.
I'm glad I wasn't disappointed because I had a high hopes for that one and I was just thrilled.
Brilliant. Yeah, great band. The Lost Art of Keeping a Secret. That's my favourite Queens of the Stone Age song.
Oh man, they're so good. They're all just so good, and I can never decide which one's my favorite.
Is that
All
right?
of them. I love the vampire of Time and Memory.
Very cool. Very cool. Right, I'm in. Where are you?
Actually, you know what's really wild? I spawned in at Prig.
Did you? Right,
Yeah.
I'm in Svetlo.
Oh, it's a little far away.
Yeah, well, I'll get a spawn near. It'll be easier for me to get a spawn near you than you near me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, seeing that other server, I think that's a really crazy thing to have. You know that you can't respawn. I think
Yeah.
certainly for our situation tonight, that was quite unfortunate.
Yeah, I had forgotten that. I'd forgotten that it was.
Slan says I was 25 miles from the nearest train station and with no bus or taxi, I was stuck.
Yeah, well, he
Yeah,
called a
surprised
taxi
about that.
company, but they quoted him 130 euro.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Like highway robbery.
Now, if I jump off here, am I going to die?
Oh God! I thought that pig was dead. That scared the fuck out of me. Oh,
So what's the plan for tonight then? We're just going to have a run and have fun.
Yeah, we're just gonna have a run. We're gonna have a good conversation. I'm gonna ask you some questions, and we're just gonna have a good time.
I'll answer to the best of my ability.
Yeah, you won't have any problem. They're all fun, and yeah. If there's one that's not fun, we'll just bend it off and pretend I didn't ask it.
Cool. Listen, if anybody would like to see Poe's channel, exclamation Poe in the chat. That brings up Poe's channel.
Yeah, and I have exclamation Poecast for
Perfect.
for MistaHanMan's link.
Perfect.
So I'm pretty excited. I mean I think all
I've
of the ones
really
that I've
looking
been
forward to this.
scheduled. Yeah. Oh, it should
We'll
work.
get the guitar out at some point. The good thing is on
Oh, there it goes.
Unlimited
God,
channels,
that was a
we'll have
delay.
to make fires and cooking stuff, you know. And I can serenade you.
Yes. Yeah, I was I was telling my kiddo today. I was like, "Yeah, I'm interviewing this guy tonight. He's super cool and he's a super talented singer." And
You're too kind.
my child
kind.
was like, "Oh, really? What time?" Never watches my streams. Was
there you
instantly
go.
interested. Like,
Yeah.
really? What time?
Hello, Poe's child. Cool.
My oldest usually watches, but my youngest is usually off playing Valorant somewhere.
Right.
So,
the beautiful respawn button. Thank you.
yeah, I've forgotten that
Yeah.
those servers didn't have that, and that's what
That's a really harsh thing, that, you know.
I
I
ran
get
that.
It. I get it. I understand.
Yeah.
Understand.
Hey,
you know,
bangers, how you doing? How was your week, sir?
But for tonight, not ideal.
Nah. We experienced it last week, and I kept trying to F11, and it took me about 3 tries before I realized that I wasn't going to be able to.
Yeah.
And I was like, no.
Have you played much Bitterroot?
I haven't.
Very cool.
I haven't. It's this week is I wanted to get on during the day this week, and then this week ended up just being absolutely crazy all week long.
Right.
And then next
Right.
week I'm scheduled to work the whole week, and then except for Tuesday, and then Tuesday I have to drive to Frankfurt. So
Right.
I'm like, when am I gonna get a chance?
How's the job hunting been going? I saw that you'd been looking for a job.
Yeah, not great.
Right.
But something will shake out at some point.
Of course. But the
It's
thing is, you need to generate the karma, don't you? You need to put
Yeah.
in the effort, and then something random will appear.
yeah. That's
That's
I'm
how-
just
That's how it works.
I'm I've been out of the workforce, like the quote unquote a real workforce for so
Right.
long, because I spent 15 years raising kids at home,
Of
and
course. Of course.
my degree is woefully kind of out of date and doesn't really translate for overseas work. It's very specific to,
What's
but
your
even
degree?
I have a degree in interior design, and
Amazing.
the way that they do that in the States is that you go to school and then you work under an architect or a licensed designer for 4 years, and then you take
Right.
a state test and become a licensed designer. Um, so it's a 2 year degree and then 4 years of work. And unfortunately, most people want a bachelor's degree, not an associate's. So I'm having trouble finding
Right.
people that will, like, even for secretarial jobs or administrative assistant positions, they're looking for bachelor's degrees. I have a strong resume, but I just don't have that.
Right. Right. Right.
So that's definitely where the challenge lies. But we'll get through it. Like, I don't have time. I don't mind going back to school, but it's like the time crunch. It's like
Yeah.
I don't have time to do 2 years right
Yeah. Of
now.
course. Of course. Of course.
But yeah,
Something will turn
figure
up.
it out.
Something
Yeah,
will turn up.
I'm not. If I got to do something else for a while to get to the point where I want to get, well, that's all right too.
Yeah. Whereabouts in England does Slan live? Roughly. Roughly.
He's in Norfolk, which
Right. Right. Got
which
you.
I never say correctly.
Yeah. Norfolk. Yeah. That's not real. I was thinking if it was commutable to London, then there's lots of jobs in London, but that's maybe not that.
Yeah. That's what I've noticed, like, especially the area where he lives. There are not a lot of there are a lot of jobs, but there aren't really any jobs that would qualify me for a work visa.
Right.
So,
See.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a different dimension, isn't it? You've got to get a visa situation, huh?
Right, and it's really difficult right now.
Yeah. Well, that was what happened with the. You see, before the Brexit thing happened, in the winter time, I would be playing on these boats with this company called Tallink they did the boats from like Stockholm to Helsinki and Stockholm to Tallinn and stuff. And as soon as the Brexit thing happened, the booking agency that I worked through, they lost the contract because they only wanted people with European passports
Oh.
because it was too much paperwork, too much hassle
Yeah,
for
of
them.
course. Yeah. Yeah, I have a good friend who lived here and had a little mechanic garage for a long time. He's from Wales, and
Right.
he had to leave and go back after. Yeah,
Crazy,
when
yeah.
when Brexit, yeah, he had to leave and go back to Wales. Like, he had to leave a business.
See, when I was in Berlin, I couldn't do that now. Listen, I've just spawned an electro, right? I'm just going to run to you, right?
Oh, okay. Oh, well, yeah,
I
I can
keep
run
get
over that way and just we can meet halfway ish or whatever.
right. Well,
I
you
can
know,
just run
you
away.
know where the petrol station, gas station to the west of Electro.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That's where I am just now.
Okay.
So I'll just run. So we'll maybe meet at the train under the bridge.
Probably. I came down to the industrial. Sorry,
Right.
I came down to the industrial at Prigg, so I'll backtrack that way and yeah, probably train into the bridge-ish area.
Perfect.
So how did you get started in music? Like, what age were you when you kind of found out that you had a musical talent?
Uh, is this the questions now? Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Excellent
go. Let's get
questions.
into it.
Well, when I was about
I'm too cold. I'm gonna need a
14,
fire.
15, I became friends with this guy at the school whose dad had been in a band in the 60s, and he played bass, my friend, and that's when I kind of discovered it. I was in computer games was always my thing.
Ooh,
And then
okay.
yeah, but from when I was a tiny kid. And then I discovered music, and then that was it. So I started playing the drums when I was 15. Started playing guitar when I was about 16. And yeah, and it's been a constant thing. It's
And
been a constant thing since then. But I've only been a like a professional musician since 2013, 2014.
Oh
But
wow.
I always had jobs, you know, but did bands in my spare time and stuff. So yeah, a long time.
Well, that's really cool. What's your favorite instrument to play?
Oh, I should really say the guitar because it's the guitar that makes my living. But drums, I'd say drums. But obviously, I
Ooh.
can't play the drums in my flat.
Yeah, no, yeah.
It's a rarity. But drums is my first instrument, you know. But it's a rarity for me to get to play drums these days.
Yeah. I bet. I don't have any rhythm whatsoever. There's no way I could do. I mean, I have no, that's incorrect. I have rhythm. I don't have the ability to make my hands do two different things.
Yeah, that's just practice. I thought you would have been musical, you know, because you're such a creative person, you know.
I am musical in that I love music and I sing in the shower when nobody else can hear me.
Right.
But I do play an instrument. I play the koto, which is a
What's
Japanese
that?
instrument. It's
All
got
right.
mine has 15 strings, but they can have 21, and I've even played a 27 string bass koto when I lived in Japan.
Check you out.
It's
How cultured are you?
it's a really really cool instrument, and I love it because you don't have to read music really to play it. You have to read kanji, which for some reason was easier for me to learn than reading music.
Very interesting.
Hey, what's up, Nate? How you
Very
doing?
interesting. So you are musical.
I mean, I have no talent, but I love it, so it brings me joy. So I sing loudly and badly, but I sing.
Perfect. I'm just trying to find something to make gloves.
Shut up, Slan!
If I can't stand the frostbite. The
Oh,
frostbite does my
yeah.
head in.
I've already got it.
Have you?
Yeah.
The frostbite does my head in.
I really
But
should
yeah,
stop.
I
I
started.
don't have a knife. I don't have anything to
Yeah,
cut wood
I
with.
started when I was about 15, 14, 15.
It is,
And like when I
Nate.
was at the school, it was all I was into
Magical
like Iron
instrument.
Maiden and Kiss and all the proper heavy metal bands, you know. And then I discovered the
Yeah.
Smiths.
Oh,
And
that chat. I
then
was just through
Johnny
here.
Marr is a big
There's,
hero of mine from the Smiths, you know. So that's quite. She's a big influence, you know.
yeah.
I still love Kiss.
You
Funnily enough,
do, yeah.
yeah.
I never really got into Kiss, but I think, I mean, honestly, by the time I was really making my own musical decisions, um, I was, in middle school and high school, and grunge had really taken hold in the States, and I was a
Right.
massive fan.
Were you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, hello.
How are you do?
Who's that zombie
Doing
guy?
all right. How are you?
Pretty good.
Sorry,
Yeah, then
there's a person here.
All right. Yeah, tub race. My friend Susie's got a. Well, she had an electric drum kit, but it still makes a bit of a noise, you know.
I don't have any knife, but oh, I do.
But
Yeah, electric drum kits are good.
yeah. But I mean, any recordings that I do now, I just program the drums, you know. I've got such a good relationship with my neighbours down the stairs. I don't want to piss them off, you know. I don't bother them, and they don't bother me. You know,
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
it's that kind of relationship, and like a good neighbour is priceless, you know.
Yeah, it's true. I had when I first moved into where I live now. My neighbor came over and said, "We love music and we listen to it and we listen to it really really loud. But if it ever bothers you, just let us know and we'll stop." And I was like, you know what? That's cool.
That's very cool.
Because I also love music. I listen to it loud, but I also stream and I get loud when I stream. So if you ever hear me screaming and you hate it, just let me know and I'll stop.
Right,
Like,
right, cool.
it was perfect because they felt comfortable listening to their music and I felt comfortable streaming, and it was fantastic.
I'm starting
Ideal.
a fire if you want to.
Yeah, my neighbours
Oh,
downstairs. There was
Jesus,
one
he
time
scared
I was
me.
playing in this event, and you know Fresh
I'm
Z? It was
friendly,
Fresh
by
Z
the way.
server. Remember it used to be called Derailers for Lovers?
All right, cool. Do you,
It's called Viral Derail.
I'll go
now,
get
but
some
he
firewood
did an
real quick.
event, and it was
Sounds good.
it was like an event, and then there was a gig at the end of it.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
I played at it. TSP Bobby was playing. Trash Mabel was playing. Tackle Jacks was playing, and I bumped into my neighbours on the stairs. They're a Portuguese couple, right? I bumped it. They give me a bottle of port every Christmas. They're totally cool, and but a wee bit older than me, you know. And I says to them, I says, oh, just to let you know, I'm going to be playing some songs tonight, you know. So it might, you know, but it won't be for long, you know. And they're like, oh, don't worry about it. They says, whenever we hear you playing your guitar, we just turn the TV up. I was like, oh,
Neat and
perfect.
bark.
That's the perfect response, sir.
I got no rags.
Yeah, I like that's cool of them, but also that was the first time I heard you.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That was a good night, that was a good
Yeah.
night.
It was a fantastic night. I was there's a guy at the house near the well and Prig making a
Right, cool.
fire, so I'm making
I'm
a fire with him.
Yeah, that's good. I'm trying to find some kind of knife so I can make some gloves.
I've got I've got a hatchet.
Right, perfect. I think I'd get frostbite by the time I got to you.
Yeah, I've got it already, and I'm on red health cuz I'm so cold.
Right, cool. Yeah, if you can get a fire with that guy. I'm just going to try these houses down here. So yeah, I've been playing in bands and that for years, but now it's just me now. You know, I do have a little band actually with an old friend. We do like a duo type thing. You know Goldfrapp and
I think the well's also right out
Moloko,
there if you
that
need
kind of
water.
music. We do that kind of stuff, you know.
Cool.
But
thanks.
most of the time it's just me because it's easier to organise, you know.
Yeah.
It's tricky when you've got a band and you're the sort of driving force of it, and you're trying to get everybody else as excited about it as you know, and
Oh yeah, yeah.
you know how it is, you know. It's just easier if it's just me.
It's like herding cats sometimes. I'm gonna talk
Like
to this
herding
guy real
cats,
quick.
Exactly. Yep. Cool.
So what's your name?
My name's Milk. What about you?
My name's Lily. Nice to meet you, Milk.
Striker, this is the Poecast.
You got any plans? You going
Hi,
anywhere?
brother. How are you?
I don't have any plans as of yet. I've got a friend that's supposed to be meeting
I
me here.
can't meet
I think he's
the Discord because I
Got
don't
it,
have
got
the
I think
thing
he's on
doesn't
the
work.
way, but I don't know. He's struggling right now.
I
He
don't know if
said
I'm
he's
muted or not, so I just need to whisper
he's on
out
red
'cause
health.
talking like that.
Oh God.
Thanks, Neil. That's Poe's channel there.
I also have a friend I'm meeting, but he's in another town over, I believe. I gotta go to. Ooh, I got sick. Go on this side.
Oh
I should
no!
I'm sick already.
It's
You said
brutal,
you
isn't
shot.
it?
Yep.
I'm not sick, but I'm not doing good because I got too cold.
Exactly.
We haven't gotten much of a winter this year where I am, so
I'll
I gotta
apologise
get
to Poe when she comes
gotta
back
get
in.
on the server just to have a little bit of snow.
Yeah, pretty much. Same here.
I think I've run into Milk before.
Stay in the rail and take 2 minutes. A stone will spawn, make a knife. That's true sauce, but
Oh my god.
that's true. Should we try that? I'm just quite confident we can find something.
Really just I wish that we could put these cans in the fire.
Stick it in there.
Let me know when you can talk, Poe.
Okay. Yeah, I always try not to be too silent when people speak to me because then they're all like, "Oh, are you a
Yeah, of
streamer?"
course, of course. Yeah, I was saying I can't mute
strange.
my Discord because I don't. The thing I don't have the overlay thing up. I've tried my best to get it to come up, but I can't. So if I have to talk to the chat briefly, I'll just keep my voice quiet. Is that all right?
No worries, man.
Is that going to be
Yeah.
really annoying?
No, not at all.
Oh, you're an angel. Some people don't like that.
Oh, I'm not fussed.
You're a diamond. Perfect.
You need something
Just
to open
desperately
that.
try to find something.
Some milk? with my
With a
unknown
knife.
food?
No, do you need like a screwdriver to open it?
Oh, I'm sorry. I completely misheard what you said. I thought you said you need some milk in your food. I thought you were getting ready to lead in
I
with a
mean, the
joke.
unknown food captain is a
So
little
yeah,
unpromising.
music is
I mean,
music's my dear passion, obviously, you know. But yeah, I've been into video games for years. I had an Atari. I had an old Atari when I was a kid.
oh, so my dad had an Atari when I was little, and I don't remember playing it, but I've been told that I loved to play it when I was, you know,
Yeah,
I don't know, 3 or 4 years old, I think.
brilliant, great times. Yeah, so then and I always had then I had a Commodore 64 and all that stuff, and then when it kind of the computer games kind of fell to the wayside when I discovered music, and it was just all music, music, music all the time, you know. But then I got a PlayStation, you know, and then I had a PC briefly when it was like, you know, when it was Quake 2 and Half-Life and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
Alright, I got the heat buff. I'm gonna go get water and then I'm gonna.
yeah,
Yep.
the reason
Have
I'm
a good
able
one.
to play DayZ and stream is because after the pandemic, my first job back playing on the boat, you know, the ferry boats. My
Mm-hmm.
first job back playing on the ferries, I was on the boat for 4 weeks without a day off. And you
Whoa.
had to wear a mask all the time, apart from when you were singing or if you were eating or in your cabin, you know. But the good thing was that I was away for 4 weeks, so I wasn't spending any. Wasn't you know in London, as soon as you step out the door, you're spending money. I wasn't spending any
Yeah.
money. I wasn't spending any energy, you know. So I thought, right, I'm going to get a big payday from this job, so I can either go full on party time for a couple of months, or I
Puddin'!
can do something.
You can't hear
sensible.
MistaHanMan. Everybody else,
And I thought
can you
at
hear
that
MistaHanMan?
time, I wasn't sure what the situation was going
What?
to be with the busking, because before the pandemic, the busking was really good, and then after the pandemic, nobody wanted to use coins, and I've got a little card machine. You know, you can tap to the machine to tip, but at
Mm-hmm.
that time, nobody wanted to come near you. You know, everyone's wearing masks and all
Oh,
that stuff.
yeah, yeah.
So I was yeah, Mr. Mask Man, exactly, Pithy Plin. But so I was like, I think the busking days might be over, and I didn't want to I didn't want to go back to the 9 to 5 or anything like that. And I was thinking, what can I do? And then I was thinking, maybe I could stream, maybe I could play DayZ and stream. So I built the PC myself. I was really proud of myself, you know. I did all my research, and yeah, then started the streaming, and it's the best, isn't it? You know how amazing it is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love it. I love it. It's so funny because I have all these questions about all this stuff. So we're going to go back and revisit everything
Okay,
you said
okay,
and do it at a
absolutely,
little bit more
absolutely.
like detail. How you
Absolutely.
doing, putties? How you doing, putties? So
Yep.
when you started with your Atari, which by the way is a fantastic system, I
Back in the
love
day.
like oh yeah, I mean I don't know, give me Pac-Man, I'll still play it like an arcade Pac-Man. I'm totally in.
Yeah.
But what was your game on Atari? What was the one that you liked the most?
Pitfall 2, River Raid,
Pitfall 2. Oh, okay.
Decathlon.
I actually know that.
Yeah.
What's up, Spartan
Proper retro.
Stud? How you doing?
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Poe was loud. I'm not too. I'm not. Am I too loud? Nobody
Of
has
course,
said
in
anything
those days,
until
you had
now.
to,
No,
you
I'm
had to
worried.
persuade your folks to let you on the TV with it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
then I got
yeah,
my
I'm
Commodore
good.
64, and I had a wee portable telly, and I used to play this game called Elite. You ever heard of a game called Elite?
I have heard of a game called
Yeah.
Elite, just because. Well, I've got a couple of friends who played it. I didn't know it until about it until then, but yeah.
Amazing. Oh, it's amazing. Well, I played it so much. I used to have. I mean, I was a little kid, right? I must have been about, I don't know, about 10, and I had this little desk set up, and I had a little basket chair, so it was as if it was like a spaceship, you know.
Oh my god, I love
I had my own
that.
spaceship, but because of the angle I was sitting in the basket chair, I hurt my back. My mum had to take me to the doctors because I hurt my back playing this game so much.
Guys,
Yeah.
girls, and
Oh my
non-binary
God,
people.
what's up, Wheelbase?
You
How
are
you
watching Poetry Slam
doing?
78.
But yeah, so that was
If you're a
that was
lurker,
my
please feel free to
obsession.
lurk.
But yeah,
If
then
you're a chatter, please feel
then
free to
obviously,
chat.
you know, I discovered
But either
music,
way,
and that
you
was
will
that.
always find chill vibes
But
and
so
lots of laughs
I've got
here.
myself in a.
Grab some snackies and come hang out.
Am I at
Welcome
my
in, Raiders. How you
location before we
doing? What's
cast it?
up, Will? How you doing? How was your stream? So I just missed that very last thing that you said.
I says, am I answering your questions before you ask them?
No, it's I like that it's conversational. I still
We can
have
be more-
the
we can be more formal. We
I-
can be more formal.
no
if you like.
no I always do them very conversational. I like it that way. I feel like it's more relaxing for everyone and more enjoyable and more natural.
Cool. Just tell
Um,
me if I'm yapping.
No, that's what it's about, isn't it? I've been looking forward to this one too. Thank you so much for the raid.
I'm
I
gonna make a
appreciate
fire
you.
in
Welcome in,
this
Raiders.
barn because I'm losing health with the cold.
180. Okay, don't burn down the house. Hold on, chat. Hey,
Yeah, we're going to
we
the
don't
moon
have any
tonight. Yeah, but that's
spray
it. It
oil.
was like a wee
So use a
spaceship
paper
I had. It
towel
was
with some
super
grapeseed
cool.
oil and just rub it on the pan. Or unless you're gonna
Good
make
times.
cupcakes. Okay. Sorry, my child is baking a cake and just came in to ask me
Cool.
about the conversion for the temperature because she's reading a Fahrenheit recipe and she's like, "Mom, what's this in Celsius?"
Amazing. I can make restaurant quality tiramisu.
That's one of my top 3 favorite desserts.
Well, I had I was living with a girlfriend in Highgate, North London.
Why
And,
do I still
her
have
brother
what?
and his girlfriend, they were proper foodies, and they wanted
got
to
the
do
heat
this
buff.
come dine with me type thing,
Guys, girls,
just
and
amongst their
non-binary
friends and
pals.
family.
You are
Oh,
watching
So when it
Poetry
was
Gee.
their
Slam
turn, I
78.
made this
Tea.
If you're a
tiramisu.
lurker,
I
please
mean,
feel
it was
free to lurk.
must a
If
lot
you're
of
a
it was
chatter,
probably luck.
please feel free to chat.
But
But either
they
way, you
were
will
What's
always
up,
find
some old
chill
fire?
vibes
I mean, they were making
and
stuff.
laughs
We were making
Grab
like
some
duck with
snackies
fig
and
and all
come
that
hang
kind
out.
of
I
stuff.
love that name.
And they couldn't.
Welcome
believe that
in,
I made
Raiders. How you
tiramisu.
doing?
couldn't
How you
believe I
doing,
made it.
OGT? Thank you for the raid, Bestie Boos.
And then I made it. I
We're
went up
talking to
visit my
Mr.
folks one
Haman
Christmas
today.
and,
Hey,
and-
Valenzi, what's up?
Hello,
Yes?
how you doing? Would you like to get a wee heat from my fire?
Oh, he's not talking to me. I'm so. I'm like, yes. Slang.
That
Would
that's
you
cool.
mind
No,
giving
I
Eva
can't
Lindsay
light this fire
a
in
shout
here
out,
for some
babe?
reason. Do I need to
And
light it outside?
OGT, thank you so much for the raid, Bestie Boo. Welcome in, Raiders. How are you all doing today? We are interviewing Mr. Haman today, so we're having a
Okay, let's
fantastic
do that
time
then.
doing that.
Sorry,
Silky! Oh
met some
goodness,
random-
we've got some.
I offered them a place next to the fire just to stop them killing me.
Oh yeah.
I used to love Elite 2, yeah, Elite 2. The Frontier, was it called? Elite 2? I only played Elite 1. So I'm just going to get this plus, and then I'll be legging it.
In the
I'll just make my excuses and
middle
leave.
in the middle cabinet.
Are you still in
between the
Prig?
I am in between.
I'm
the
not a
slide-out
million
cabinet and
miles
the
away.
Cabinet, bottom.
I'm just at the sort of, you know, the
Where the
three houses along
baking racks
between.
are.
I'm nearly at that railway bridge.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I still have a fire going in here. I was trying to save it for you. I tried
Alright,
to
well,
look.
why don't I just run to you then?
I tried to look for more clothes to cut up to make you some rags, but haven't found
I
any.
got some. I found a cleaver. I've got all. I don't have to worry about the frostbite. Yeah, I'm just
Oh,
gonna
okay,
keep
good.
I'm just gonna
And
keep
new
running then. My
subscriber.
health's going up actually.
Broadway! Thank you so
I'll
much
just
for
keep-
the sub.
This
Thank you
guy's
so
not
much
gonna
for
know what's going
21
on, eh?
months. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
We'll
I'm
just
a-
leave him to it. Yeah, sorry. What were you saying? Did I miss a question?
No, we were talking about the tiramisu, and my brain
the
is still
tiramisu,
there.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. So I went up to my mum and dad's for Christmas, and my little brother, he lives in Glasgow. My parents live south of Glasgow, and the recipe that I make, it's Nigella Lawson's recipe where you use Bailey's instead of brandy, right? But with
Mm.
it being Christmas at my folks, I put Bailey's and brandy in,
Woo-hoo!
and it was so strong. My dad wouldn't even let my brother taste it because he was driving home. But yeah,
Damn.
Wheelbase, how are you? Wheelbase says sent my raid over to Poe. Had to make
Yes.
sure I ended the stream to be here for the Poecast. Do you
I
know
know.
Wheelbase? Wheelbase is a
I
diamond.
I
He's
do,
a
and I
diamond.
agree. I agree.
He's a beautiful man, is our Wheelbase.
Yeah, I like to catch his streams whenever I can. He's one of those like really nice and just relaxing people to watch. Yeah. Very
Do you kn-
chill.
Did you know that he was in a bar last week and he got propositioned by two swingers? Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yep. He get propositioned by two. He's a good-looking guy. He get propositioned by
yeah.
two swingers.
I got propositioned by some swingers last year.
Did you?
Uh-huh.
What happened?
I told him I told him I was currently in a monogamous relationship, but if I wasn't, I'd be down.
Oh, funny.
And then I was like, huh, should I ask Sled? And then I was like, nah, I don't want to scare him. Nah.
No, you
I
guys have
became
got the-
friends
you've
with
got the-
them.
You guys have got the holy grail. You've got proper true love, haven't you? You've got the holy grail.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a rare thing, that.
It is. It is. Yes.
Right, where are you? Because I've just passed the train. Now I'm passing the sort of little military, you know where the Humvee
Mhm.
is.
I'm at the very last house right next to the well.
Right, perfect. I'll be there just very shortly. I've got a fireplace in my hand, but I can break it down and put it into.
Yeah,
the
there's
fire.
still 2 logs burning on
Oh,
the
perfect.
fire, so yeah, it's a good fire. I was all the way down to red health, but now I'm back up to white. So woohoo!
Magic. Wheelbase saved the day the other day because right, I'm just approaching your house here.
Oh, he
Because when
beautiful
the experimental
accent.
patch came out, I had this problem with my aim down sight where I was having to hold the middle mouse button down. You know, usually I would just tap it.
Yeah.
And Wheelbase did the research and discovered that if you just reset your key bindings, it fixed it.
Oh,
So he was a hero of the day. There you go. How are you?
doing fantastic. How are you?
Good to see you. Right, I'll fix this fire up. Oh, lovely to see you, Poe. Always. Right.
Yeah, tiramisu is probably. I have such a hard time narrowing down favorites, but it's in my top 3, and it's usually what I will order for my birthday dessert if I'm in a restaurant that makes it in house.
Yeah, amazing. Are you hungry? I've got some food here if you need.
No, I just had a can of unknown and then another can of unknown.
Cool. I should run out and get a drink at the well.
Started ready to go to sleep. Good night. Hugs and kisses and stars for wishes,
Are
OGT.
you not
Thank you
going
so
to be
much for the
taking
raid.
that big puffer jacket?
No?
Well, I'll take it if you don't want it.
Yeah, go for it.
That's a fantastic jacket. That it's like being in E17, having this jacket on.
I love
Right,
tiramisu.
I'll
It's
run
so
out for a
good.
quick
It's so
drink at the
good.
well. I'll be back 1 second.
Actually, I'll fill myself up too since I've got the heat buff now. Finally.
Perfect.
So do you talk about making the tiramisu and making soup? Do you like to cook? Oh my God, I want some in Italy.
No, really.
No.
It's not. It's not my. I don't. It's a functional thing for me.
Mm.
You know. I don't. I'd much rather. I'd much like in terms of spending time for fun. I would rather be on, playing DayZ or playing my guitar or watching the telly. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, I can make several dishes to Michelin star restaurant quality, but I'm not a natural cook.
Damn.
I make amazing Cumberland sausage, onion, garlic, and port gravy and creamy mashed potato.
Okay, that sounds like my favorite meal of all time.
It's the best. It's only recently. Do you know Liquid Squid? He's a good friend of mine.
Yeah, I know liquid squid. Yeah.
He suggested that I put port in the gravy because my downstairs neighbours give me a bottle of port every year.
Mhm.
And my God,
Well, I'm
you'd
gonna have to
thought-
try that.
you'd have thought it was Marco
Pellets.
Pierre White that
Poopy
had made
poop.
it.
Poopy poop poop.
Right, I'll go and
Poopy
get a
poop
heat.
poop poopy poop poop. Poopy. Now you
You're
can
a
go
good
to
cooker.
sleep.
I see your pictures.
Yeah, I love cooking. It's one of my. I love cooking when there are people around to cook for.
Right.
When it's just me, I do things like eat almonds and an apple, or a bowl of cereal, or order takeout.
Right, got you.
You should ask to
What's
say
your favorite
purple
takeaway?
burglar alarm. My favorite takeaway? Ooh, there's a Thai place nearby that makes
Nice.
really nice pho. And so, yeah, it's one of my favorite things to
Nice.
get. Purple burglar alarm.
You're
Does,
quite cultured, huh?
Yeah, well, I mean, it sounds very bizarre to say it, but Florida has a really diverse food culture. So I've been exposed to a lot of great cooks and a lot of great cooking.
Right. One of my oldest friends lives in Lakeland, in Florida.
Oh, okay.
I went over to visit. My favourite place was IHOP.
Shut
International House of
up!
Pancakes.
Dude, that's
IHOP.
the drunk place. That's where you go at 2 a.m. when you leave the bar and you need breakfast.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe the size of the portions.
Insane,
International House
right?
of Pancakes.
Mm-hmm. I do miss being able to get breakfast at any time of the day. I miss that because I love to have breakfast at dinner time.
Do you like Greg's?
I love Greg's. Yes.
People slag me off for loving Greg's.
Really? I mean, I know it's probably not anything special, but the first time I went to England, of course, was the first time I ever went to visit Slan, and
Mm-hmm.
I got a sausage roll, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's magic! Oh, it's so good!"
Steak bake. Two steak bakes, caramel custard donut, can of sugary Coke. That's the dream. at
Oh,
Greg's.
I usually just get a sausage roll and a cup of coffee. I'm doing the basicness.
Nice.
I've got to upgrade myself, I guess.
Yeah.
But I
People
learned
laugh-
how to make.
People laugh when I say that I love Greg's, but hey, I'm a man of
It's
simple tastes.
yeah, it's not gonna ever be confused with fine dining, but it's tasty, it's warm, it's reliable, and it's not very
Mhm.
expensive.
See if you're really nice to the staff. Sometimes they put your caramel custard donut in the bag and not put it in the till.
Oh,
If you're super nice to the staff.
I'm always very nice. I usually there's a Turkish place down the road from me that they will always give me a free pizza and a free baklava.
Nice.
I go down and I usually just get a little they have this, it's called the falafel box, and it's
Oh,
served
lovely.
like in a white like a Chinese food container, and it's
Nice.
french fries and then salad and then falafel and then the yogurt
Amazing.
sauce and then the like the feta cheese. It's
Yeah.
so ridiculous. A proper
Falafels,
Cornish
one of those
pasty is a
things,
thing
like,
of
when
beauty.
I play
I
at the
haven't had
markets and
one.
stuff, I'll quite often get a falafel thing like
Jack!
that, and that it tastes so good that you can't believe that it's like vegetarian.
Goddamn
you know?
attack. Yep. Yes, I agree. And it's always delicious.
They do it with like pickled peppers and all that stuff.
Oh, yum. Yeah, I
you-
made
Oh, whoa,
homemade.
whoa, 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 whoa! Don't shoot us, brother. We're
Are
just
you
having a wee
friendly?
heat. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
friendly. We're just having a heat by the fire.
What's up?
What's up?
How you? Oh God, there's two of them. Do you need
Yeah.
a fire?
Yes.
Yeah, can
Would
you
you
put
like to
those
use the
away?
fire?
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, can you put those away though? Thanks.
Sure.
You're making me nervous.
Ah, chill.
Right. I think we're going to head off, guys. We wish you all the best. Be safe.
Okay.
Thanks for not shooting us in the face.
Yeah.
No problem.
And we'll see you around.
See you. See you.
Bye.
See you.
That
Let's
was weird.
get to.
Sudlock with a hatchet. I didn't know I had my hatchet out, and I'm sitting there telling them to put their guns
Yeah,
away.
You've got the plus, haven't you?
Get the fuck. Yeah, get the fuck. I
You've got
do.
the plus symbol, haven't you?
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
cool, We're cool.
They were a bit dodgy. They didn't even need our fire. They just wanted to make us go away from it.
Yeah.
What a bunch of tools.
Bit rude.
So
Bit
rude.
rude. Actually, I've just realised I've got a revolver in my trousers. I could have had a pop. Yeah, what were we saying before we were rudely interrupted?
Oh, look at that. Yeah. I was getting ready to tell you that I made homemade sausage rolls at Christmas this year for Slan.
I remember. I saw the pictures. I saw
Wanted
the
to
pictures.
try them out, and
Nice.
yeah, no, I shouldn't know how to make those. That just makes it too easy to consume way more
Yeah,
sausage
lovely.
than I should.
Have you had a steak bake before?
I have not tried the steak bake,
Oh, it's a
but I love how
tastes- a
portable it
taste
is.
sensation.
You could just
Yep.
walk down the road eating.
yep.
Tack's been sparring with the pork sword. Yeah, he's been choking the chicken.
But last night I had scampi chips and peas. Remember scampi from the 80s?
I do, and it's even delicious in the not 80s.
Yeah.
I didn't have anything as fancy as that growing up. We were very poor,
Right.
and we lived close to a lake, and so we used to have to
Oh,
take
fish.
yeah, we used to have to take baths in the lake because we didn't have water, and then
That's
we
pretty
would get
cool.
dinner from the lake too. So I grew up eating a lot of like crawfish and catfish and bass, and I don't
Oh,
really
cool,
like
cool.
fish that much, but I
Right,
had to
got you.
eat it so much as a kid.
It's very good for you, fish. Yeah.
It is, yeah. Oh,
It's good for your brain.
yeah, it is.
Slan said they were so good. The sausage
The
rolls.
sausage rolls.
And Wheelbase says my grandmother makes scampi every Christmas. It's awful.
Woo!
I think
Awful
the scampi's
scampi.
alright. I think the scampi's all right. See, with me having that thing where I was waking up in the middle of the night with a bloated belly, I discovered that scampi was one of the things that didn't make it happen. So I'm in a bit of a scampi tip at the minute. Kyle effect, how you doing?
Yeah.
Oh no, Wheelbase says I like scampi. Hers is awful.
I remember when I first met my ex-husband, I told him, come around one night and I'll make you dinner, because we'd gone on a few dates, and I thought, well, yeah, I think he's probably not gonna kill me, so I can invite him to the house. And
Right.
and he said, okay, what are you gonna make? And I said, well, I'll do some country fried steak and some mashed potatoes and gravy and all that. And he said, no, I don't like country fried steak. And I was like, well, I already bought everything, so just give it a try. And he tried it. He goes, oh, I do like country fried steak. I just don't like my grandmother's. It's like shoe leather.
Oh no.
She like just cooked hers to death.
Terrible. That's terrible. I once had a girlfriend when I lived in Scotland. Was living with this girl. She says to me one day, it was a Sunday. She says, "Why do you never cook? Why do I always do the cooking?" I says, "I'll cook if you like." I says, "I thought you liked cooking." She says, "It'd be nice if you cook sometimes." I was like, I says, "Well, I'm going to make you a nice dinner."
We're just waiting
So I
for the
went to
server
super-
restart.
I went to the supermarket. Kyle, thanks, brother. Oh, when the guitar comes out, Kyle, we'll sing that song for you. And yeah, we'll get the guitar out sooner. But I went to the supermarket and I came back with stuff to make a fry up, and she went absolutely off her head. So I discovered that day that a fry up is not considered a romantic dinner.
Oh, I thought you meant she off her head in a good way. If somebody made me a fry up, I'd probably straight up marry him. That's gonna be one of
Well,
my favorite meals.
She was not impressed. She was not impressed.
As a matter of fact, the first time I ever visited Slan, we had about a 2-hour drive from the airport to his house, and we got in at about 2:00 in the morning, and he made me a bacon buddy, and I'd never had like just bacon on bread before, and
Nice.
he made me that bacon buddy at 2 a.m. and brought it to me in bed so I could have a nibble before I went to sleep, and I was like, I mean, I already knew I was in love with him, but that sealed the deal, like 100%.
That's it.
He
That's it. Perfect.
woke up the next morning and he made me a cup of coffee, and I was like, oh my God, you made me coffee. I didn't have to even get out of bed, and I have coffee in front of me.
He's a keeper.
Oh.
He's a keeper of the slant.
He's like,
He's a
he's
keeper.
perfect.
He's a
Have
good
I ever
egg.
told you a good
Kyle,
cook is?
thank you
No.
so much,
Why
brother,
the fuck do you?
for resubbing. What we'll do is
wouldn't mind a
Kyle's
nibble.
asked me to sing a song.
You
right?
wouldn't mind it,
Ne-
probably
so
a
the
nosh,
next time we
right?
make a fire, I'll get the guitar out, if that's cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
For Kyle.
I
Kyle's
look
favourite.
forward to it.
Cool. The sailboat song. Is that alright, Kyle? Oh, Slan's just driving me crazy here, eh? English muffin, bacon and a poached egg. I had
Yeah.
2 Scotch eggs for my dinner tonight while I was
Oh,
on the stream, so that I didn't need to stop for dinner.
just a gentle nosh. See, nosh to me means a
Kyle,
little
thank you,
snack,
brother.
like a light snack.
There's Yorkshire Pudding. How are you? Pudding says, I love a good muffin.
I bet he does. Sorry.
Outrageous. When are you going to organise your run with Sunny Lemon Drop?
Yeah, we've got to get that going. We've got to
Sunny is
find
the
a
best
weekend
company.
day.
Yep.
Oh,
So
Sunny and I together
you-
are going to be trouble.
You would not stop laughing the whole time. She's hilarious. She's the star of Sunny Lemon Drop. I don't know if she can hear us. Sunny got banned from having Twitch on at her work.
Oh no! Well, they're
bought them.
evil, and that's unfair.
Our boss is a bit of a prick. Boss hog, we call him.
Yeah,
So
I
we
like
miss
that.
Sunny. We miss Sunny in the chat.
Lord have mercy.
Lord have mercy, exactly. If you're listening, Sunny, sometimes you can listen. You know, sometimes you can listen, but not type anything. So if you're listening, Sunny, we love you. We love you very much.
We do,
And
we do.
miss you.
We very much love and miss you. Yep. Lord
where
have
should we head up
mercy.
to?
I'm about to
Summer camp?
buzz. Yeah, sure.
How am I doing with your questions? Is it all good?
Yeah, you're perfect. Yeah, this is fantastic. I haven't stopped smiling. I don't know if you can
Cool,
can
cool.
hear it in my voice, but I
That's all good.
haven't stopped smiling at all.
It always sounds like you're smiling whenever you talk, Paul.
I
Always sounds
usually
like you're smiling.
am. Not always, but I usually am. I wouldn't laugh. Twitch is banned for work years ago, the work PCs anyway.
Why did those
Oh.
guys not shoot us in the head there, do you think?
Maybe they didn't have any bullets.
Maybe.
We'll ask him that. So Pudding wants to know what's your favorite place to perform.
Right here. Right here from our friends in the channel.
I love that. So
Of course. of
how
course.
did you get into busking? That's
Desperation.
that's wild
Necessity.
to me. Like was it
Desperation,
hard the
necessity.
first time?
First day I went out, I didn't play anything because I was too scared.
Yeah, because then people start looking at you, and usually we're taught to not do things to make people look at us in public, and you're doing
Yeah.
something where you want people to look at you in public.
I'm actually quite shy. In real life,
Really?
you know, yeah. I
That's
think
one
a
of
lot
my
musicians are like
questions.
that. Yeah, a lot-
One of my
yeah.
questions is if you're an introvert or an extrovert.
That's a common thing with musicians.
I'd say my my ex-husband is a very talented musician.
Right.
Very
Should we go
talented.
down to this? Well, let's go down to the house here. We'll make the fire.
But he's an extrovert. Like an introvert. He's a super introvert. He doesn't
Right.
people at all, actually. Like,
Right.
but yeah, I feel like maybe not so good with words all the time, but excellent with music.
Yorkshire Pudding's got good taste in music.
Yorkshire Pudding is himself a complete catalog of music. He's a
You know,
musician.
he does his
Tech.
tune of the day. Most days I get it. Most days.
Yeah, so a lot of times I don't. I'm sad to say, but a lot of it, I mean, I have really widely varied musical tastes, but a lot of it is stuff that I wouldn't have been exposed to.
Right.
We got very few British artists on the radio in Florida in the 80s, and the ones that
Right.
we did were super mainstream.
So what kind of stuff was it then? Was it all like Motley Crue and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, well, my mom was very much like a Kenny G listener, and
I could tell. Listen, I could tell you the funniest story about Kenny G.
oh,
Funniest story.
okay.
Right, when I was a kid, I actually was telling this story on the stream the other day. When I was a kid, I would have been about. Remember when Songbird by Kenny G came out? I would have been about, I don't know, about 14. And on a Sunday, we would often go for a drive in the car, right? So like with my dad driving, my mum in the passenger seat, me and my little brother in the back seat, right? And one day, we got in the car and my dad put this tape on, right? And it was Songbird by Kenny G, right? And we were laughing and laughing, we were slagging him off, like, get that rubbish off, get that rubbish off. And then when the song ended, and my dad's like, that's my car, my rules. And then when
That's my mom.
when the song ended, the next song came on, and it was Songbird by Kenny G.
Oh.
He'd made a whole tape of that one song.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, we were laughing. and
Trucko!
laughing. He was raging. He was
What's up,
raging.
Trucko? Thank you for the
Yeah,
holy
Kenny
shit,
G.
22 months. Yeah. I mean, my mom, she loved that kind of shit. She was always listening to the love songs and all of that. My dad, like when I was a little kid, my dad was really into metal. Like he was really into Black Sabbath and
Right, got you.
like he was he's my dad's older, so it's older music, of course, but he introduced me to a lot of the kind of rock bands that I like.
Right.
But then he went to country, and I just it's not my favorite.
Don't made a bit of country music.
Like, yeah, I'm particular with it. I can listen to some of it I just can't stand at all. But yeah, I don't know. I've always been more kind of. I love rock music. I love music I can dance to. I love music I can sing to. I like all sorts of music.
Do you know what happens if you play a country and western record backwards?
You get your dog back, your wife
Dog
back, and your house.
yeah, suitcase back, guitar back.
You get your dog back, your wife back, and your house back.
Oh, classic.
How's it going, Choco?
Right, this is from my good friend Kyle Effect. This is
All
his
right.
favourite.
We get to have our first song. Woohoo!
Cool. Yeah, shall we get the guitar out over the course of the night?
Yeah,
Let's
if
do
you
that.
like that, I think it's a grand idea.
Of course. This song's called Sailboat Song, right? When I wrote this song's about being terminally single.
Okay.
'Cause most of my songs are written when I've just been dumped or if I've just split up with somebody, you know. But when the record that this was on, I needed one more song and I didn't have anything, and I didn't have anything romantic to write about. So this is about being the terminally single singer-songwriter playing in the pubs in London. Setting my course for wherever. I trust in the wind and
Thank you for the follow, Woods.
scratching old scars in the basements and bars till I find myself weak at the knee. And when it blows over, I write it all down and start at the point when you smile when there's no one around until the dream's buried deep in the ground. We got a lighter out, look. So in with the feelings and out with the song. The rusty old sailboat just drifting along. In with the lover, then out with the friend, and then do it all over.
How you
again.
doing, Woods?
'Cause we all get it right in the end. It might be a lonely endeavor, and I bow to the silence applause. Year after year, hoping someone will hear and give me a reason instead of a cause. If you
Loving
don't
it.
mind the water,
Han's amazing.
Choppy at times, I won't slip on the deck when the storm washes over my mind. Come straight to the front of the line. In with the feelings and out with the song. The rusty old sailboat just drifting along. In with the lover and out with the friend, and then do it all over again.
So good, isn't it?
In with the feelings and out with the song. The rusty old sailboat just drifting along. In with the lover and out with the friend, and then do it all over again. But by the time you decide that you're here for the ride, I'll be gone.
I love the way he plays
Chasing
guitar.
that sound in the distance
So good.
that gets louder till it's all I can hear in my head. In my head.
Hmm.
In with the feelings and out with the song. The rusty old sailboat just drifting along. In with the lover and out with the friend, and then
His
do
voice
it
is
all
so
over again.
beautiful. It makes me cry. Bangers, bangers, you jest, but I have actually had dreams. Like, I've actually been asleep at night and dreaming about our wedding and dreaming that MistaHanMan is there singing. I had a dream that MistaHanMan and Bobby were there singing and playing their guitars. I'm gonna ask him, like, you know, but seriously.
There you go.
Beautiful. It makes me cry. Like, your voice is just it gets into my soul.
Thank you.
It's
That's
so
for you, Kyle.
good.
Thanks very much. I feel a bit
Beautiful
emotional.
Miss America married Mr. Right. He is Mr. Right, the bard of Twitch.
Yeah, for
Absolutely.
you, Kyle. Do you know Kyle Effect? He's good egg.
Yes, yes.
We're very lucky in the DayZ community. Everybody's cooler.
Oh yeah, yeah. Great musician. Yeah, he's even
Shall we
made a
rock and
song
roll?
for you. Oh, that's like, I believe that. He's an amazing person. Yes. Yes. So, back to your first time busking.
Oh yeah.
Out of desperation.
Right, yeah. Well, what happened was, when I first moved down to London, I moved straight into this pub, and I was working behind the bar, living upstairs with a little venue in the basement. It was a real party pub. So I was there for 3.5 years, and then it all got a bit crazy. So I left there and started working in this other pub, and then I realised what actually working in a pub was meant to be like, and I hated it. The first night I was working, it got to the pub I'd been in before that shut at 11, so it got to about 10:30, and the night had just dragged the whole time. And it got to about 10:30. I said, "Should I start breaking the bar down?" And they're like, "Why? We don't shut till 1 in the morning." I was like, "No." So then, I was really unhappy there, you know. So I ended up being the duty manager in that pub, but I really didn't like it. And then I'd been busking a couple of times in Edinburgh in the festival, and I thought, I wonder if I should go busking. Went busking, and the first day I went out, and I was just too nervous to play anywhere. Then the next day I went out, and I was playing under the Southwark Bridge Tunnel, and I made more in like 2 hours than I would have made in my whole shift at the pub. So I phoned the pub, says I'm leaving. That's me, you know. I'm
Oh
away.
wow.
And then I got an amp the next day, and then I went down, and the council came and stopped me playing in that tunnel. And the next day I went down there, and they'd put up a sign that said "No busking allowed." and it's been there ever since.
Oh my
It's my
god.
fault. Sorry, fellow buskers.
Aw. So did that lead to the job working on the ferry then?
Well, the thing about the ferries, it's really difficult to get playing on the ferries. It's really difficult to get into that, you know. And when I went to Berlin, when I was going over on the boat, I'd saved up and saved up, bought this little Volkswagen Golf, and took the ferry over to. Well, I flew over to Berlin, found somewhere to live, flew back, drove the car over with my stuff, and on the ferry over there was like a big bar with like a sort of big band, and then there was another bar that was just one guy with a guitar, and I'm thinking, keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a winter. This would have been about 2018, something like that. There was one winter it was really cold, and I says to my dad, I says, "Oh, I'm going to." I says, "I think I'm going to get in touch with the ferry people, see if I can get some work over the winter." And he says, "Oh, you should have told me." He says, "I used to play golf with one of the guys that books all the bands." I was like, "Dad, you could have told me."
Oh my
You could have told me.
god.
Yeah. He could have told me. So I got in touch with the guy, and he got back to me, and he says, I don't do it anymore. He says, but this guy does. So he put me in touch with this guy from this agency, and he'd sent me an advert for this job, and it said you needed to have
Just a line right here.
an engaging
I agree.
personality, right, and blah
Very
blah blah
unique.
blah blah.
And I always hope
So
there's
I
a
got
song
to this,
too.
it
I
was
usually
in the
ask
Shepherd's
for
Bush
one.
Studios, right, this audition thing. So I went down, and there was like a couple of other musicians were sitting talking, and there was this tiny little dog, right? The studio owner had this tiny little dog, that wee Yorkshire Terrier, and I says, "Oh, what's your dog's name?" He says, "Fang," right? He says, "My wife wanted a dog, and I says I'd only allow it if I could name it, right?" So this little dog was called Fang, and it took a real shine to me. It was sitting in my lap, and the guy from the booking agency came in, and he says, "Oh, you must be Scott." I says, "Ah, Peter." He says, "How you doing?" I says, "Great." He says, "You found a friend." I says, "I think it's my engaging personality." And he was like, he winked as if to say, you're in, you know.
Ah.
So then the next week I got put out in this first job, which was on a boat going from Stockholm to Tallinn in Estonia for 3 weeks, and I think it was meant to be a bit of a baptism of fire, because the boat was absolute chaos. Like, there was 24 hours a day security walking around the place. People try to grab the mic off me, you know. And, like,
Wow.
these big Russian truckers up in my face saying rock and roll. And I'm like, "Hey, rock and roll."
Oh my
So the next day I
god.
says to like the Swedish host, you know, who was my boss on the boat, I says, "What's the official policy if someone tries to grab the mic?" And he says, "Tell them to fuck off."
Wow.
Tell them to fuck off. And I was like, "All right, cool." So yeah, so that was how I started doing the boat stuff. But I only do, I mean, I was doing in the summertime I was doing 1 week on, and then basically 1 week of every month more or less I would be on the boat.
Right.
But last year and this year I'm only doing 4 jobs over the course of the year, so that I'm not away from the streaming as much, you know.
Yeah.
You know how it is. If you're away from the stream for any length of time, then it goes downhill. You know. So
Oh yes, I took.
you know how it is.
I had a full-time job that I took last year, and it absolutely destroyed my momentum I had. Yeah.
Yeah. Momentum. That's it. But
But
the thing is as well. When I was doing the boats, that was kind of out of necessity. Whereas now I've got so many other good gigs that I do. I've got a little circuit of gigs and places that I play that I don't need to worry about it. So I could actually probably get away with not doing the boats, you know. But I mean, it's nice. So like every 2 months. Last year, every 2 months, I would be home for 2 months, then I'd be away for a week. But it's nice to get a break from it as well. I mean, you can't be streaming all the time, you know.
right, yeah. But so you still do busking though?
All the time.
Do
Well,
you
I
enjoy it?
I love it.
Yeah.
Of course. But I busk Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. I'm busking. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm streaming.
Man, damn, I wish I had a talent. That
You're talented.
it just
I've just been doing it for a while.
yeah, I love that though. I mean, you're kind of able to do what you want to do, you're doing what makes you feel good and what makes you happy, and then you're sharing music. You're sharing really good music.
I'm very lucky. It took a long time to get to this
Oh
situation.
yeah, sure. But man, I can imagine
I do
like
appreciate how lucky I am to get to do it.
I can imagine running across you on my morning commute to work or, out for lunch and just being, I would probably stood in the same spot for like however long you were there. It's like, all right, this is the rest of my day now.
Most people just ignore it, Most people just ignore you.
Oh, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of buskers. Like if I see somebody busking somewhere, like when I went to Berlin, there were musicians everywhere and I was just transfixed.
The standard of the buskers is really high in Berlin, But the thing was, I had a flat. I had my own flat in Berlin, right? 1-bedroom flat. It was costing me €300 a month, right, for a 1-bedroom flat, right? But I was still struggling to pay the rent because nobody in Berlin's got any money. I was going out busking. I was making like €17 a day, something like that.
Yes, I do, Tack.
17, €20 a day.
Wow.
Just purely because nobody's got any money there. Right?
Yeah. Let's do it. Okay.
Have we missed the summer camp?
I don't usually come up this way.
Right.
Maybe?
Don't follow me, by the way. My sense of direction is horrendous.
I mean, we don't necessarily have a true goal, so wherever we end up, we could just say we intentionally were going there.
Of course. Don't tell him to do that. Don't tell him to do that. We'll just make it as if it's what we meant to do.
Yeah, we were gonna go play Essaker the other night, and Big Bang Theory goes, okay, we'll play Essaker with one condition: nobody is allowed to say, where are we?
Yeah,
where am
yeah.
I? And I was like, I know that's aimed at me.
That's sort of serial view.
I'm always asking, where am I? Where are we? I don't know where this is.
Yeah. I mean, my sense of direction in DayZ is a lot better than it used to be. I don't get. When I first started streaming, I would just get lost all the time, to the point where I had when the channel was able to have emotes on it. One of the first emotes was a picture of a compass with a question mark on it.
One of my friends the other day said they were going to just start calling me Compass.
Yeah. But isn't it amazing that you can play this game for so many hours and still get lost? Isn't that? I think that's quite an achievement. That
It's a huge poster
for the game. Do you know what I mean? I think that's amazing.
Yes, I do. And the funny thing is, I have a really fantastic sense of direction in real life.
Right.
But man, in this game, it just leaves. It flies out the window.
I love this game. It's the best.
Oh, it's a great game. So when did you start playing? Well, let's go back to the beginning with the video games.
Questions.
With
right,
your
cool.
N64. So, you like to play Elite, and then you got into. So, what was the first computer that you owned?
I had a Commodore 64.
Ah, that's it. That was, I think, the first computer that was in my house as well.
Yeah, amazing times.
And we had one of those, what were they? Dot matrix printers that had the papers.
Oh, yeah.
They were like what, green and white striped?
Yeah. And then you would tear the paper off the edge.
Yes.
With all the holes in it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, good times.
Good
It's
stuff.
amazing it's amazing how the technology.
I keep a long scroll under
not a long
next to your
time,
8-inch joystick.
We're living in the golden age, aren't we?
Oh yeah.
The VIC 20, Kyle says. Yeah, the VIC 20. Well, the Commodore 64 was the next step up from the VIC 20, wasn't it?
So what games did you play on the old 64?
What was my favorite? My favorite was.
Well, you did Elite, yeah. So.
Spy Hunter.
Ooh. Can't open that in battle,
Hunter.
though.
Well, me and my friends, that was when I was at school, we would all swap games. We would all swap games all the time. Football Manager.
Oh,
GoldenEye
wow.
GoldenEye was N64. Kyle.
Yeah, that was N64.
That was N64. I had one of them for a time.
Did you ever... There was a game. I don't know if it's as old as the Commodore because my memory gets a little fuzzy because it was like high school and then post-high school. So maybe this game came a little later. But it was called America McGee's Alice. And it was like Alice in Wonderland.
I know the name American McGee. I know the name American McGee. Right, Alice. So what was it, like a puzzle game?
Yeah. Yeah, she was in an asylum. Alice was in an asylum, and it was like a
Right.
very dark and twisted kind of Alice in Wonderland little puzzle game. It was so much fun.
Yeah. I've heard of American McGee. Alice. Right, I remember that.
It's a classic. The artwork was just great in it.
Yeah, good times.
So when did you start playing DayZ?
I started playing DayZ on. Now, it was. I found I first started playing on the PlayStation. VW Golf, how you doing? Welcome in. Yeah, Jet Set Willy on the Amstrad. Yeah, Jet Set Willy. Remember that game?
I've never played
But you-
Jet Set Willy.
Jet Set Willy. Yeah, Jet Set Willy and Manic Miner was the one before it. But yeah, I found the receipt the other day for my PlayStation Store receipt, and it was May the 20th, 2020 was when I first got it on the PlayStation.
Oh wow. Okay, so you started
Not long
on
ago,
console.
No, yeah, I was on the PlayStation for a year.
Wow. Okay.
This was
so
around about lockdown sort of time.
Yep.
And you ever heard of a game called Surviving Mars?
Yes.
My God, I got absolutely addicted to that game. That's more addictive than DayZ. That game, it's like
I used to watch YouTubers who played Surviving Mars. Yeah.
well, you know our dear friend Sunny Lemon Drop. She's not a fan of Surviving Mars. She doesn't like it. She thinks it's really boring. And there was one day when she was off. Yeah.
Minor
Wheelbase says,
Willie
don't
became
tell Sunny
Jet
he's
Set
talking
Willie
about
after the
Surviving Mars
fortune he
again.
amassed in
But
Manic Miner.
There was one day when Sunny was at work and she says, I'm really bored at work. Are you streaming today? I says, well, I was going to have the day off. She says, oh, can you stream? And I was like, I says, right, okay. She says, look, you can even play that Surviving Mars crap.
She was just desperate for the stream. I love
You
that.
even play that Surviving Mars crap. But see that game, I got absolutely hooked on that game. Like, this is in the lockdown, you know, where it was at the point where I'd start playing it at like 8 o'clock in the morning. I'd play it up till like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh.
And then go to my bed and then get up and start playing it again for a period of about 2
Ooh.
weeks. I get totally hooked.
I think Slan was also a fan of Surviving Mars. Apparently,
Oh my
Slan
God,
is a
that game's
big kind
amazing.
of like he loves space engineers too. He's a big kind of sci-fi fan. That
Got
guy.
you. Well,
I-
in our channel, the film that we're all talking about just now is a film called Life. Have you seen that film, Life? Jake Gyllenhaal. It's like a modern day version of Alien.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, that film! It's so good. That's what I've been persuading everybody to watch it. Everybody that's watched it has liked it, you know. So if anybody's listening that's never seen the film
Life.
with Jake Gyllenhaal in it,
Recommended
and,
by
Ryan
Mr.
Reynolds is
Hanman.
in it, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's a good film.
So yeah, what was I saying before that?
So you started playing DayZ on the PlayStation.
Yeah. So on the console, and when I first got it, I suppose everybody's the same in DayZ. You know, I just kept dying of starvation. Didn't know where anything went. Didn't know how things worked. Couldn't understand why I couldn't fix my clothes with a leather sewn kit and all that stuff. You know,
Yep.
and like not picking up the MK2 pistol because you thought it was a crap gun. You know what I mean? All that stuff and drinking from the river and all, you know, we've all done it. You know.
Every bit of it.
So I didn't play it for very long, and I kind of got fed up with it, you know. So I was only played it for a week or two, you know, trying to get
Streets
into
of
it.
Westify.
And then I left it for about 2 months or something. Then Livonia came on sale, and I was like, I'll get that. So I got Livonia, and then all of a sudden it was really easy to find gear. And that was when I really fell in love with it. And the brilliant thing about DayZ is because it's got no instructions, you kind of gravitate to the... I thought there was a barrel in here. We can make a fire here, can't we?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, gonna go.
You know, you kind of gravitate towards the YouTube videos, and then I'd never watched Twitch before, you know. Then you discover Twitch, and
yes.
then the next thing you know, you're absolutely addicted.
There's nothing up here. Yes, that's. You know, the funny thing for me is it didn't happen that way.
Right?
I was streaming on
Right.
Twitch, and I was streaming only Planet Coaster. That's all I played. And then Daisy was gifted to me by one of my mods.
No way.
Yeah.
How cool.
In
So
June
you're
of
gonna get some back.
2021.
There you go. So you're quite new to it as well.
Oh, very, yeah. I've got oh yeah,
See,
no.
like
you need
Kyle's in the chat saying he's been playing DayZ since 2013. You know.
Ooh. Yeah, most of the guys that I play with, they've been playing kind of since it started, and they, 7,000, 8,000, 10,000
Yeah.
hours. There's a very, very big skill gap between someone like me and someone who's been playing for that long.
Yeah.
And because I don't come from a survival game or a shooter game or a PvP game
Mhm.
background. Like DayZ is the first PvP I ever played. I mean,
Is that right?
I've been playing games since I was like, 5 years old. But yeah, it's the
Right,
first
got you.
PvP I've ever done.
It's the best. It's the best. The best invention since sliced bread.
Oh, it's good
No,
stuff.
actually, Sonny and I, and in the channel, we were discussing what were the best inventions of all time, and the list. So you can tell which ones were Sonny's additions to it, but the list ended up being number 1 was the wheel, number 2 was the tampon, number 3 was DayZ, and number 4 was the vibrator. That's that was. You can tell which ones were Sonny's.
I
suggestions.
mean, she's not wrong.
Funny.
She's not wrong. And yeah, the wheel definitely is up there.
Yeah.
I don't think we could have done much else
And
without that.
Wheelbase said, "I'm glad to see I'm top of your list." We love you, Wheel. But DayZ, it blows my mind. I love it. The more I play it, the better you get at it, the more you love it.
Yeah, did you like it? Did you like it? It took me a while to like it. Honestly, it did.
I wasn't too big a fan of dying of starvation all the time, but obviously it's the
Don't call me sure. Oh God, I don't know. There's
DayZ
the
is
thing
just
from
a
Airplane,
factor of
isn't it?
for
Don't
me
and
now.
don't call me
Obviously, it's
Shirley.
the actual streaming process that's the best bit, seeing everybody in the channel and stuff. What I didn't realise was going to happen is making proper friends. You actually make proper friends in DayZ. Well, you met your man on DayZ.
Yeah. Didn't expect that. I mean, yeah. You do meet proper friends, and yeah, I met Slan on DayZ.
Well, you know Disco Snowy. I went to see Depeche Mode with him and his friends. A couple weeks ago.
Awesome! I'd love to see.
They were
Depeche Mode.
amazing, huh? They were amazing.
Think those
made
people with
proper-
that gun
made
are gonna
proper
see our
friends.
smoke. Did you hear that?
I think so. Yeah. As soon as we get the plus, should we just? Or do you want to just leg it now? It's your shout.
I don't. Do you have the plus? I don't have the plus yet.
Not
I don't
yet,
know how far
not
I am
yet.
from it.
Not too long, I don't think. Hi, Sauce. How you doing, brother? Missed the guild thing, but streamers have a nice community. We're very lucky. We're very lucky with the
Yeah.
gang.
Super lucky with that. That's one
Well,
thing
my-
I was worried about with kind of coming into, because DayZ still isn't the only game that I play on stream. I still play Planet
See,
Coaster,
you
like-
do Planet Coaster. a lot,
Yeah.
yeah, I've seen that.
and I play some other games every once in a while. But I was really concerned coming into a game that kind of surrounds a little bit more aggressive gameplay and open
Yeah,
world
yeah.
gameplay.
Yeah.
When I got gifted the game, I'd never heard of it. And so I played it on a PvE server that was owned by the person who gifted it to me.
Right.
And
right.
I only had run into people on that server. I still didn't know that there were any. I just wasn't on my radar for streamers and stuff. And
Right.
one day he said, "Hey, why don't you watch this person? They stream DayZ," and I was like, "Oh, okay." So then I started to watch streamers, and I was like, "Oh, okay," because I was really wanting to play it but keep my distance
Right.
because I didn't know if it would be a toxic community with the nature of the game.
Uh-huh.
That was just an assumption, but I've seen the COD community, and I was
Right,
scared.
yeah.
You
I'm good to go. Well, I hear that the Call of Duty community is really toxic.
Yeah. So I didn't really want to have anything to do with that,
Oh
but
my, so many.
Rich, what's up? Somebody needs a hat. I'm not naming any names. How you doing? Thank you so much for the
But
biddies.
The Daisy,
Um,
as I
Daisy
say,
community is
I've made-
fantastic.
I've made real actual friends. You know, I wasn't
Amazing who you
expecting
meet
that,
on
you
here.
know.
Like I was in
I wasn't expecting that.
Galicia.
She'll go down to Vishnoi.
Galicios? Yeah. Oh my god, I probably butchered that name, Hanlon. For my tea, which is where Mr. Hanlon's parents.
So,
Oh
yeah,
wow.
So that was the started playing it on the PlayStation 2020. May
God,
2020, and then
after I was like,
the first ever stream on the PC was the 21st of September 2021.
Wow. So what
Not
made
long-
you
not
get
long-
into
not
streaming?
long.
Did you just were you watching other streamers and you were like, well hell, that
Well,
looks like fun?
Well, yeah, because that was mine. I was saying that with I thought the busking days were over. Because after the pandemic,
yeah.
nobody, I was going out busking and I wasn't even making my train fare, you know.
Yeah.
So I was thinking I better get my thinking cap on, you know. And then I thought, well, maybe I could do streaming, not realizing how long it takes, you know, to grow. But as I say, I'm very lucky in the situation that the busking came back. The busking's come back just as good as it ever was, you know. But I mean, there was a time I was busking before the pandemic. When I was busking all the time, some days I was going out 7 days a week because if I was having to make the rent, you know.
Yeah.
But now I'm in the good position. Is that wolves over there? No, hay bales. I'm in the good position where I've got a sort of, it's half busking and half streaming. You know, obviously I don't make that much from the streaming, but I've got enough good gigs with the busking that I can make a living. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That is
I feel very lucky.
So cool.
You know, very very blessed. But it took a long time.
Yeah, it's definitely, especially with streaming. So who was there one specific person that kind of inspired you, or I found some
Yeah.
rice. Oh,
Magic. Well, the first YouTube channel I found was Gecko Fish, and I thought this guy's hilarious.
there's some rice right there. There's like one
Magic.
bite. There's like one bite in the bag.
That's perfect.
It was a very tiny amount in the bag. Yeah, I
Have you s-
love
have you s-
Gecko.
Have you seen Gecko's videos?
Oh,
I was laughing and laughing.
Oh, I adore Gecko. I think
Yeah.
he's flippin' hilarious.
He really cracked me up. But I never thought that never crossed my mind that I would want to stream. You know, but that was when I first realised, oh, this is really cool. You know, the community and all that stuff. And then when I discovered the Running Man, I got
Hey,
suggested a
Luke!
Running Man video
How
on
the hell
YouTube,
you
know,
doing?
YouTube suggest videos. And I was watching it, I was thinking, he sounds about the same age as me. And he doesn't have a camera. I know Geckofish doesn't have a camera, but I thought that like streamers all had cameras and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was when I thought, I think I would like this. Because my only experience of streaming before, my friend Susie that I do music with sometimes, her son was streaming
Yeah,
Fortnite.
not bad.
But he was like 14. And I thought it was all about cameras and RGB lights.
How's your week
and,
been,
like,
Luke?
being young, basically, you know.
Glad it's Friday.
So then when I discovered, actually, there's a lot
Oh.
of people my age doing this, you know. That was when I thought, I think I could bring something to the table with the streaming, you know. I think I'd quite enjoy that. And I'm glad I did, you know. So Gecko was the first channel I discovered, but I think I've got a lot to thank the Running Man for he was the big inspiration, you know.
I found a zucchini. We'll share it.
Magic.
Been rooting for
I've
the
got
past
some
7
56 you
days.
can share.
Yeah, a little addicted there, Luke.
I only run the
You're-
camera so everyone can see my beauty, but wheelbase, you're a good-looking guy, you know.
Yeah, wheelbase. Yeah, I don't.
You're a
I
good-looking
just.
guy.
I can't. I had so many people trying to convince me to use a cam for the longest time. Oh, Poe, you need to use a cam. You need to use a cam. You gotta. If you're gonna play DayZ, you have to use a cam. People are gonna want to see your reactions. People are gonna want to see your face. You know, and so I thought, all right, you know what? I'll do a cam stream. Like
Mhm.
just I'll do it for a week to see how it is, because somebody made a bet that my views would go up and I made a bet that my views would go down.
Oh, come on.
No,
Did they
I
go up?
did. Like they actually stayed the same.
Right.
But I think it's because I felt so uncomfortable with the camera on that I really held back. I couldn't stream the way that I normally stream. I was too worried about if I was pulling a weird face or if I
Right.
like it was just too I just think that you probably have to be more maybe secure in your looks than I am
Yeah.
to stream with a camera, and that's
I'm
fine.
I'm a right scruffy bastard.
Yeah.
If the camera was on, it'd just be me smoking roll-ups all the time, you know. Like,
Well,
but Daisy, you don't need the camera with Daisy. I don't think.
nah, no, and I just yeah, like I don't want to have to look pretty. I'm sitting in my chair for like 6 hours playing a video game. I want to look like shit. Like
Exactly, you know. But don't get me wrong. For some people, the camera's a big part of it for them.
Shut up, Undead!
For some people, it's a big part of their stream.
Yeah, I feel
But
like
just-
they're
but
really
that-
brave
and that-
people.
Yeah, and the beauty of it is the beauty of Twitch is you get to do your way, however you want.
Yeah,
And
you get
everybody's
to
got
choose.
and everybody's got their own way of doing it.
How you
know.
doing, Undead? I mean, yeah, as somebody just as Undead just pointed out in chat, it meant that I couldn't stream naked with the cam on, and I'd have to brush my hair. He's not far off. I don't give a shit.
Right. Now, Sauce says, Poe's voice is so nice, intrigued now what she looks like, and Wheelbase says she looks like Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman.
Stop it!
There you go.
Wheelbase got to put some glasses on.
Wheelbase is a charmer. That's why Wheelbase gets propositioned by swingers. you
It's
see.
exactly it.
He's a smooth talker.
How did that proposition go, by the way? I kind of have to know this story now.
Well, the funny thing was, he said that he says, "Oh, I discovered that they're members of my mum and dad's country club." So he phoned his mum and dad up to ask if they knew them. Oh, he cracks me up.
What a way to find out your mom and
Yeah, I
dad really
know.
belong to a swingers club.
Oh, we were laughing.
That's
We were laughing.
fantastic.
Yeah, brilliant.
I mean, you've got to be flattered though. If it's enough to get propositioned by one person, you'd be like, "Oh, if somebody finds me attractive, that's amazing." But man, to get propositioned by two people at once,
Yeah,
like, damn, like you've got some serious game.
yeah, that's our Wheelbase. Yeah, Kyle says his first introduction to DayZ was through YouTube, then found Cairo and took off Cairo's a good egg. We met Cairo one time in the game.
Yeah, I just shoutcasted an event for Cairo.
Yeah, he's a good man.
Incest, the game,
you
the
ever
whole
seen
family.
video where they made a shop base thing in official channelist. That was on there.
Oh, I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah, we're doing all right. We're still alive, bizarrely.
Yeah, I mean, here I got you a present. Are you still in that watermelon house over there? No, you're right there.
Yeah, I'm here. Oh,
99.
that's my favourite.
Not,
That's
but
my
9.95 for Waddington's Kama Sutra included.
That's my
What?
favourite gun.
Yeah, I found one for me too.
Brilliant.
And they both have clips in them, it looks like.
The only reason it's my favourite is because here I've got a gun cleaning kit. The only reason it's my favourite is because this is the one I get to shoot the most often.
Yeah. So then, how did you come up with your name for streaming?
Well, have you seen Enter the Dragon?
Oh
Bru-
gosh,
it's
many
Bruce-
years
Bruce-
ago.
It's a Bruce Lee film.
Yes.
Well, there's a bit in Enter the Dragon where the guy goes, "Bullshit, MistaHanMan," and I was thinking, you know all the streamers have got an alert when somebody follows.
Yeah.
I thought, well, that would be, I could have that, and I could call myself MistaHanMan, you know. So I went. Originally, it was going to be Mr. Hanman, but Mr. Hanman was taken, and then it was going to be Mister with a Z, which didn't really look right. And then I thought, well, Mister's fine. MISTA, Mr. Hanman. So it was really so I could have the alert going, "Bullshit, MistaHanMan."
I like it. That's
Yeah, so
cool.
that was the reason for it.
I always love finding out about people's names because there's always a really
Always a story, yeah.
good, yeah, amusing, great, interesting, Yeah, also everything. But that one's really cool.
Yeah. Bullshit, MistaHanMan.
Boosh. I wondered where that was from. I kept thinking that
Yeah.
sounds so
Yeah,
familiar, but I
it's
couldn't figure
Enter
out
the Dragon.
why.
Enter the Dragon, yeah. But like picking a name's really difficult. It's like picking the name for
Yeah.
a band.
Yeah.
It's really hard. It's really hard. So I think I landed quite lucky with the
Fire
Mr.
Dingo!
MistaHanMan's cool enough name.
How
you
the
know.
hell you doing? Hey Slan, if you're still there, would
Bullshit,
you
Mr.
mind
Headman.
grabbing Fire Dingo a
Yeah,
shout
Kyle
out?
Bruce Lee.
Shout out!
That's right, Kyle. I was ended up in that video.
Happy Friday to you.
Kyle, thank you, bro. Just heard it the now. Thank you, Kyle. You're a good man. You didn't need to do that, but thank you. Me and an ex-girlfriend got propositioned by a swinger couple in a club in Spain. They were in their 30s and we were 17. We ran off.
Well, yep,
We're
that's
hearing it
that's
all
what
now.
you do when
We're
you're
hearing it all now.
17.
We're hearing it all now. Should we make a fire in here? Is it a bit dangerous? I know we're being a bit, we're throwing caution to the wind a wee bit today, aren't we?
We really are.
This is maybe
I got another present for you.
Well, I should give you a present, shouldn't I? Here, you can have these. Have you got a shotgun? I've got some
No,
shotgun
I don't
shells
have a
should
shotgun.
you ever need. Thanks, Kyle. Wheelbase says, that's my favourite thing about the community. We all support each other whenever we stream. The kindness is unlimited around here. Yeah, we're very lucky with our gang.
Yeah, it's true. It is. I mean, I've had so much support in the way of people hanging out in the stream, but also, all of my emotes, every single one of my emotes from the beginning of when I got my first emotes all the way up until now have been kindly donated to me by
Amazing.
people, people drawing things.
That's
a lot of
very
my
cool.
sound alerts are things that people made for me and sent to me and said, "Hey, Poe, I was thinking of you and I made this. You don't have to use it, but if you want to,
isn't
you
that
can."
brilliant?
Like, yeah, that's
Isn't that brilliant? Well, I've got, like, some of it, I do, a lot of it I've done myself, but some of the things Sunny Lemdrop's made, Nitro Neo's made, BizBomb's given me stuff, Valdium got the little guitars for the sub badges and stuff. So yeah, but everyone's so cool.
Oh
It's
yeah,
a proper
absolutely.
community, yeah.
It is. That's exactly what it's about. It's
Yeah,
it's about all that. It's
We're very lucky.
nice to find people where you feel like you fit in. Because
Yeah,
for
totally.
some of us, we don't have that in our daily lives. It's
Yeah.
a struggle to fit in. And then you come online and you find this great group of people where you just feel instantly comfortable.
Yep,
And that's so
absolutely.
nice. And you know that if you have talents that are a little outside of the mainstream, they're going to be appreciated, like I always, anytime anyone asks, and sometimes even when people don't ask, I love doing little voice clips for people and sending them to use in their channel or whatever. I don't
Brilliant.
necessarily think it's a
Brilliant.
talent, but people like my voice, so if I can use it to
course.
support someone, then
Of course.
that's what I want to do. Yeah.
Shall I shoot one of these deers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Right.
my hatchet might have one more use in it before it
Um,
dies. Might as well cut up a deer.
I've got a revolver.
The rotary phone gun.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah, wheelbase is 26. Yeah, we're very lucky. Yeah, we're all about the same age. Wheelbase is the youngest of our gang.
Yeah, wheelbase looks young. Hell yeah.
Eventually. I don't have any bullets left though. Lawnmower Man says I'm 56. Sauce is 55. VW Golf 47. I'm 51. We're all about the same. We're all about the same age.
Yeah, I'm 45.
But we're all blessed with eternal youth because we play computer games.
Yeah, you know what strikes me as really funny? When I first started streaming, somebody asked how old I was, and so I told them, and they were really surprised. They said they thought that I sounded a lot
Yeah,
younger.
You should know better at your age.
Yeah, I mean,
Play video games.
well, it's like, oh my God, you're the same age as my mom. My mom would never play video games. I didn't know people your age play video games. I'm like, dude, people my age grew
Sorry.
up with Nintendo was in their house.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
of course we play video games. All right, I got all the meat.
Right, I'll take bones.
I was
and
about
I'll
to
make-
say we'll
I'll
take
take
some.
gut for ropes just in case we need fish. Shall I take the
Yes.
fat?
I'll eat the fat. I know some people are like, I never eat fat, but
Oh, I'll eat anything. I'm Scottish. I'll eat anything.
right, yeah. You know, it's interesting. One of my stepdads was from Pennsylvania, and
Right.
they have a dish up there called hog maw that is
Right.
really, really, really similar to haggis.
Lovely.
And it was
Lovely.
always one of my favorite things to eat when we went up there to visit.
Yeah, I like the haggis. I only have it once a year. I had that a couple of weeks ago. I was playing at a Burns night. I do this sort of rock and roll Burns night in this pub in Richmond every year. Where my dad's a big Robert Burns aficionado, you know. And I'm sort of carrying his torch, you know, doing the Burns nights and stuff. So we'll do I'll do some poems and sing some songs and all that stuff.
Wait, did
And,
he
then
say
we
he
do
was
the
out of
haggis halfway
bullets? Oh,
through.
for the
Oh my
revolver.
God, it's the best.
Yeah.
Rich was
it's-
60 last month. Rich wins. How are you, Rich? Good to see
Well, happy birthday to you, 60. How fuck yeah. Sorry. I know you don't swear. I'm sorry. I don't ever hear you swear on your streams, and I'm such a sailor when it comes to talking.
Yeah, I don't swear that often. I have my moments. You know. But yeah, I have my moments. But yeah, I don't swear as much as a lot of folk.
Yeah. I
Love you, Kale.
I keep it under wraps all week at work because I work at a school. So when I'm not at
course.
work,
Yeah.
I
Have you ever seen a British TV series called Teachers?
no.
Oh, you would love it. You would love it. You know the guy from The Walking Dead? You know the main guy in The Walking Dead?
Yeah,
He was in it.
that guy who says Coral instead of Carl.
He was one of the. He's an English guy. He was one of the teachers in it. You really
Yeah.
like it.
Oh, player.
Where?
Going into the cabins, going towards the cabins.
There's two of them. They've
They
got
have guns.
They're running off. Should we leave them to it? Should we run the other way?
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
a
they're
little
gonna-
under geared to deal with them. I think.
Well,
If
I've
we
only
had,
got this pea shooter.
yeah, that's all I've got too. If I
I'm
had
going to
a,
wave actually.
do they see us?
Ah, they're shooting right.
Dicks.
So what should we do? Yeah, they're aiming. We're not looking for trouble here, are we? Well, we can't.
I mean, we can't. We don't have anything to defend with, really.
Yeah,
If we had a shotgun each.
yeah. We
Yeah,
could take
alright.
their heads right off.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy would have seen me waving. If only
Yeah.
I hadn't used that revolver to shoot the deer.
It's all right. We'll have food eventually.
So where will this take? This takes us back to Vishnoi.
It didn't look like Vishnoi. There was food in Vishnoi, so I don't think they had come from that way.
Yeah. Why don't we head over towards sort of? Let me see. Where are we? What about Rog and Pog, and then over? Why don't we head over west towards the big summer camp?
Okay.
I don't think these guys are chasing us. I can't see them.
No, it seemed like they were satisfied to just maybe keep
Yeah.
us away.
Yeah. I mean, I did wave and did the side to side thing.
The friendly wiggle.
Golf, thanks for following. Thank you for the bits. Thank you.
So, do
Welcome in.
you find playing on a PC different than playing on PlayStation as far as how player interactions go?
Well, to be honest, on the PlayStation, I didn't run into that many players because I was more than happy on like low pop servers, just exploring and just surviving. But I mean, I shot the players that I shot. I could probably count in the fingers of one hand, and the whole time I was on the PlayStation.
Oh, wow.
Because I found the controller really difficult.
It's all friendly until someone gets
But
their eye
I'm
shot.
much happier
Exactly.
with the mouse and the keyboard.
Then we'd be running like pirates going, arr.
But in terms of the players, well, you meet good folk and you meet dicks.
This is true.
Same as on the PC,
Mm-hmm. I always just wondered if there was like if console is more aggressive or PC. So anytime I find somebody who played console, I always ask that.
I'd say it was probably about the same. Like I
Yeah.
mean, it was always official servers I was on the PlayStation. I play a lot of official on the PC.
Oh,
I
really?
could-
I play
yeah.
a lot of official too. Like
Yeah.
probably a majority of
Not
official.
not a lot of people do. Not a lot of people do.
Yeah.
But the reason I like the official servers is because obviously it's when there's cheaters and stuff, it makes it a bit tricky.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing I like about the official servers is more often than not people will attack you, and there's nothing better than killing someone that's attacked you. It's
Yeah.
easy. But
Yeah.
but I wouldn't say it was hugely noticeably different. Listen, I'm just going to switch I've got an arse heater. I'm just switching it back. It switched itself off. I'm just going to switch it on. My mum sent me this electric blanket, right? And she says, that's for putting over your legs when you're on your computer. I was like, oh, cheers, mum. So I just fold it up and put it so it's like a heated seat,
Oh, God, I would love that, like for behind my back.
Yeah.
Boy,
My
don't
mum-
I sound like I'm 45. You know my aching back, some
Listen,
heat.
Get yourself an arse heater. You'll never look back. Andrew Lincoln, Tubrice, thank you. That was his name.
Yes, that's it. Andrew Lincoln. Yeah, I like Andrew Lincoln.
Thank you, Sauce. That's very kind.
So when I lived in Japan, we had this. It's a little low table called a kotatsu, and so it's a table that's got a little heater under it, and then
Nice.
there's a blanket that goes over the table. So when you stick your legs under it, you sit with your legs under the table and under the blanket, and it's all heated.
Just sounds great.
And you
That
just
sounds great. That like.
Yeah, you have a heated rug as well on the floor because there weren't heaters in the house, and I lived in super far north, and it was very cold and very snowy all the time. So you'd have to have heated rugs, or else your feet would just freeze on the floor.
Yeah.
And then
you need
you'd
to be cozy.
yeah.
You need to be cozy.
You sit on that heated rug with your legs up under the kotatsu, and you peel yourself a couple of little tangerines and eat them in the winter. It's so nice.
You're killing me here. You're killing me here. That sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. But the thing is, with me having the arse heater blanket, it means that I don't have to put my central heating on so much because the energy
Mhm.
bill situation is outrageous.
Oh,
It's
Yeah.
absolutely outrageous.
I'm lucky that my landlord has made the entire house solar now. They removed the old gas heater over the summer and
Right.
put in a heater that would run off of the solar panels on the roof, and so the whole
Right,
house
got you.
is solar, and it has made like a 500 euro a month difference in my electric bills.
That's massive. That's
yes,
massive.
yes.
Well, at one point I was paying £17 a month for my gas and electric, and now it's about I think it's £94 a month I pay.
Yeah, that's significant for one person,
Yeah.
right? Like
It's just a 1-bedroom flat I'm in.
that's huge. That's so crazy.
But I'm actually quite lucky. A lot of people's are a lot more expensive than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andrew Lincoln. That's the actor
Yours
that
has
was in The
gone
Walking
down.
Dead. That was in Teachers. But honestly, Paul, watch Teachers. You'll find it online.
Okay.
But I think you'd really like it. I think you'd really like it.
Oh God, I'm not yawning. You're yawning. I need tea. I need a Slingani here to make me
Yeah,
tea.
this is fun, eh? You having a good
Yeah.
time?
I'm having a fantastic time.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, I'm ill. I have a cold.
Right. I don't have any.
Chew.
Right.
It's
We need
okay.
to get another fire and go. I'm dark blue.
Yeah, I'm dark
We'll
blue.
just- Well, let's find a house and we can cook up a storm, and we can cure your cold by natural means.
Yes, best way to do it. So while we're going to off to find a house, do you
Mhm.
play any games other than DayZ currently?
Funny you say that, because today, because it was going to be an extra long streaming day, I was thinking, should I play something else this afternoon? And I had a look on the Steam store. I didn't see anything that I fancied. The only thing I fancied was Cyberpunk, because I played Cyberpunk on the PlayStation. I really
That's a
liked
good
it. You know,
game. Yeah.
I thought that would be quite good. Do you need gloves?
Yeah, because I've just got these hand wraps.
Right, you take these.
Oh no, you take them.
You take them. That's just
I thought you had some.
no. Sorry. But I have played other games on the stream. Played Last of Us.
Oh yeah, it's a
Played,
great game.
Played what's the Fallout space game? Starfield.
Um, Starfield. Yes.
Played Starfield. Played Surviving Mars. Sonny Lemondrop's favourite game. And there's been a few. Zomboid.
Oh, Zomboid's
Uh,
cute. Yeah.
yeah.
I haven't played it. I've watched it.
Medieval Dynasty.
This is Cunt Creek, isn't it?
What else? Played all the way through Half-Life 2.
Ariana and I
on
fished,
Steam. I
like,
found this mod for
6
Half-Life
boots
Alyx
out
where
of
you
that
could play it with the
creek
VR.
before.
So played a bit of that, but got stuck after about an hour on one of the puzzles. So wasn't able to do it with that mod. Is that it? Anything else? A game called Humanity Z. We played that.
Oh, okay.
Played Arma Reforger when it came out.
Yeah, no, a lot of people were really into that when it came out.
Yeah, I think that's it.
But DayZ's the one that you always come back to, huh?
Of course.
It's so
it's
good.
the dawn. It's the dawn. Subnautica. Played that.
Oh,
The
Subnautica's
Sons
great.
of the Forest. Thanks, Wheel. Sons of the Forest.
Love
played
humanity.
Played the forest. I think we played the Forest one time as well, didn't we? I think we actually played the original Forest. Or is that just in my head? Maybe that's just in my head.
Do you have any games that you wouldn't play on stream that are just kind of like your just kind of mindless, relax, completely like I will play the hell out of Minecraft, but I won't stream it because it's just kind of
Right.
like it's just me digging for hours
yeah.
because it's just meditative.
Yeah. No, I think if anything, I would, as I say, it's the streaming is a big factor of what makes it fun for me.
Yeah.
Now, you know. So I think anything, anything would be on the stream. So there's nothing like that.
Humanities.
There's nothing I would be embarrassed to play or anything, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I just have my things that are just like, this is mine. Nobody else gets to
Yeah,
see
I
it.
hear you, I hear
Just
you.
because it's just me like, don't. I play a lot of Mario Kart with my
Right, got you.
kids.
Got you.
But
I played Planet Coaster on the PlayStation.
did you? On the
That's just
PlayStation?
well,
Wow.
I loved theme park and roller coaster tycoon. and
Oh,
all that
Roller
stuff.
Coaster Tycoon was a great game.
Yeah, I loved all that stuff. And theme hospital, and then like I got 2 Point Hospital.
Oh, 2 Point Hospital. Yeah,
Yeah,
people
yeah.
were going nuts over that for
Yeah,
a long
good
time.
fun.
Yeah, I used to
have you
watch
have you
that.
have you played it?
No, but I used to watch a YouTuber who played it.
Right. Did you see the illness you could get that turns into Freddie Mercury?
Yes.
Genius.
Yeah, it was a really. I love all those games that you kind of look at, you think really, and then you get
Mm.
into it, and you're just like, oh wait, actually, this is really kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah, we're living in the golden age. We're in the golden age here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I we have my gaming PC. I bought my kiddo a gaming laptop for Christmas last year.
Right. Very cool.
Yeah, so that she
What did
could
they-
take
what did they
it
play?
back and forth between dad's and mine. Right now, super into Valorant.
Valorant.
Yeah.
That's a bit frantic for me.
Yeah, me too. I bought her DayZ and she played it with me in Slan once and was like, it's not really my pace, Mom.
Right,
But
got you.
fine. Like, totally understand.
I could understand why people wouldn't like Daisy. I get it, you know. Anybody that likes all the fast-paced Call of Duty, bang, 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 Daisy's maybe not the game for them, but that's not what
Right.
Daisy's about, is it? You know?
Right. Yeah, I think it was just I think there was some frustration with the continuous dying, and then also with
Yeah,
no not getting the mom where's all the bang 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 where are the big guns, you
yeah.
know. Yeah,
And
that's the thing.
and the thing, it doesn't make Daisy doesn't make it easy for you.
No.
That's gunshots up there.
Oh.
That sounds like Starry to me. I don't think they're going to come over this way. I think we've got time to cook, you know. I think we've got time to cook here. But I think Daisy's an absolute work of art. It's a work of art, this game.
Do you have a favorite map? I would say I would think it's Livonia, but I could be
Livonia,
wrong.
I would say, if anyone ever asks, I always say Livonia. But I love all the maps, to be honest. I love how every map's got its own personality, you know.
Oh yeah,
But yeah,
they do.
but the maps I've spent the most time on would be Livonia, Generous, Derail. Not as much Namalsk as a lot of people. Bitterroot, I really like. I like them all. But if I had to, I really love Banov. I wish Banov would get a bit more love.
Oh, me too. I love Banov. It's easily
th-
one of my favorites. Yeah.
The thing with, I think Banov was just a bit too big. You know, I think it was maybe just a bit too big. But that was the reason I got a special love for Banov, is because that was the first map that came out when I was playing. You know, when I was on the PC, that was the first, like, you know, like it was the first thing that was new, that was introduced when I was a player. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I agree. I because I started playing in 2021, and I think that was really right when Banov came out, isn't it?
Yeah, it would have been. It would have been.
Yeah.
Banov. I'd been playing for about a month on the PC when Banov came out. But yeah, I wish it would get a bit more love.
Me too.
It's about the same size as Dare minus the water, of course. What's that?
Slan.
What's that wheel? Is that what Bitterroot? Fun fact: Pope was the voice of Banov in one of the original trailers. Is that a fact? Is that a fact?
Yes.
You kept that quiet. Huh?
I
You kept that quiet.
Yeah. I mean, it feels a little like braggy to be like, oh yeah, blah blah blah.
Yeah, very cool. That's very cool. Oh, it's hot, it's hot, it's hot, it's hot. Yeah, you forgot you got to let it cool down on here, haven't you?
I purified that water.
Brilliant.
I found that water bottle upstairs.
I've actually got a water bottle here. I'll empty this out so I don't drink it by accident.
Oh wait, don't. Oh
No. That was another bottle. That was a
no,
bottle that I had.
know. I had chlorine. I had chlorine.
Alright.
I could have
There was
given
only,
you.
there was only a wee tiny bit in it. There was only a wee tiny bit in it.
How long do you have to let it cool for? What temperature do we have to let it cool to? 70?
60.
60.
What you do is you hold it in your hand, and if it's got steam coming off it like that, you can't eat it. If there's no steam coming off it, you can. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Banov. I can't find a vanilla Banov server anywhere. Last week I found this Russian winter Banov PvP
Oh.
server. They've all got traders and all that stuff, you know. So I found this Russian server, but it didn't really work, you know.
Oh, I've got flashing red health. I'm just like waiting for this freaking steak to
Yeah.
cool down.
I think you can blow on it in this server. Put it in the ground. I think you can blow on it. Yeah. to cool it.
Oh my god, just fucking let me blow on it. Just fucking cool off. If I die blowing, I'm gonna be so mad.
What are you going? Are you flashing health
Yeah.
because you're so hungry?
Hungry, yeah.
All right, good stuff. Here, do you need more? You take this. You take this. I'll just have a wee bite now. Here, you eat this.
So, do you have a favorite spot on Livonia that you just really
used to
always
be-
gravitate to?
Well, it used to be Polana. I always think Polana is the best looking town in the whole of DayZ. But this is before they introduced the gas, because now Polana's a really dodgy place. But that's where I used to build bases on the PlayStation. I would always go down to Polana, you know, in the southwest corner of Livonia, and I'd build my little base in a garage and stuff. But now it's super dangerous there now. So yeah, Polana, I would say. I really like
I love how I'm blowing the floor.
you know, the fishing town, Bereski, in Chernoris, top right corner.
Yes.
The little fishing town.
I had a base at that summer camp up there.
Yeah, very cool. My good friend McDat and I, we often have a run together, and that's one of the runs that we often do. Going up to trying to get Svetlo spawns, and then going up that way, going along the top of the map.
Yeah, that's not a super common route to take,
Yeah. Do you
but
know
it's
McDat?
a good one.
Do you know our friend McDat?
I don't
He's in Sydney in Australia.
know. Oh.
You need to speak to McDat. McDat is a diamond. I discovered yesterday he's in the top 1% of FIFA players in the world. Can you believe that? I've known him for 2 years.
Wow.
I've known him for 2 years, and I only just discovered this yesterday. Because he's quite a modest guy, you know.
That's super cool.
Yeah, he's a good egg. Well, it's all good eggs in our gang, you know. We're very lucky. We're very lucky.
I think, you know, a lot of times you attract the energy that you put out, right? So
Well,
that's
well,
because you're a good egg, so good people are
Well,
attracted to you.
Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. But the thing is, the thing about streaming is it kind of regulates itself in a way, because
Yeah.
like, if people don't
Oh
get
shit!
the vibe,
No!
if it's not for everybody, you know. That
Fuck me!
Everybody's
Fuck!
channel's not for everybody, you know.
Fuck!
So if people come in and they
Ah!
they don't stick around, you know.
Dumbass!
But if people come in and they're on the same wavelength and they like it, then they stick around. So that kind of happens almost automatically, if that makes sense, you know.
Yeah, it does. You can you can definitely kind of feel the vibe of a stream as soon as you
Yeah.
go into it.
Listen, there's cold food on the ground there. There's cold food on the ground.
Yeah, did you hear me eat the hot food that was too hot?
Yeah, well, I'm looking at that steak in your hand. It's steaming all over the shop.
I didn't
all,
even
that's all for
think
you, that
about
meat.
it.
That's all for you.
Wait, you didn't.
I've got a load in my.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I got myself freaking back to red flashing by taking just one bite of that meat. I
Yeah.
was saying lots of words.
Should we get out of here?
Yeah, I
away
won't.
from the-
I,
away
I'm
from the
I'm
fire?
I'm red flashing health, so I won't be able to sprint. But yeah, we
That's
can.
cool. Well, let's run up to the trees. Right. See that we'll go the opposite way from where the shots were. The shots were over that way. We'll
Yeah.
go this way. We'll go this way.
Nearly ended that
If
life.
we go up to the right
shit,
of Green
Slay.
Mountain, then we can head over to that summer camp.
Fucking bonehead. I swear. I swear.
I'm going to hide in a tree actually and make a rollie. Oh, here's somebody's base. Here's somebody's base.
Ooh, is it? Oh, there he goes.
We're in the base. I mean, there's nothing much in it.
There's not even a barrel, is there?
There's nothing in it.
Yeah.
Well, this is cooler. Shall we go?
Oh.
Where's it brought us out? Does it not bring you out next to the base?
Thought it did, but you're frozen for me. Am I completely desynced?
Well, I'm outside. Nope, I can hear you. Yep, that's it. I can.
Whoa.
Have you come out?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
out.
no, you're in the T pose. You're in the T pose. Oh, yep, you're there. You're all right. You're all right.
Oh, I wonder if my internet's acting
See,
up.
that's why you should always, if you find a code lock, you should always pick it up on the server in case you find a base like that.
Oh
You
yeah,
can-
I haven't
you can
seen
make
any
it,
locks.
You can make it. You can make it your own. You can make it your own.
Yeah, we had a base on this server for a while.
I love when generous. I think this is the best looking of all the maps.
It's
Although,
really pretty.
Altaria looks pretty cool. Altaria looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I plan on seeing if I
That's
can
m-
grab a few
yeah.
minutes this weekend and hop
That's maybe-
on.
That's maybe taking over the crown. So Green Mountain should be up on that hill, yeah. If we go to the right, and then we can avoid. trying to avoid
Oh,
the
okay,
Lingo.
Fire Dingo. That's what it is. I was like, no, please don't let my internet be going down. Please don't let me. It was down for like 19 hours yesterday. It went down at about 7 o'clock last night.
Yeah, your health will go. I mean, I'm yellow health, but our health will go up quite quick now.
Yeah. So is there a map that doesn't exist that you wish existed, like a specific region of the world or a city or an environment?
Well, I always had a bit of a dream of making a map called Landan, which was going to be like South London.
Ooh.
But then when I started doing the events, and I discovered how long it took to make a
The
simple,
base is actually way up in this.
really simple
Wait,
thing.
what?
I thought, nah, I'm never going to have time to do that, you know.
Blows my mind.
But I think anywhere that you know, like see that there's a game called Watch Dogs Legion, which is set in London,
Mm-hmm.
and so like obviously I got that, you know, and I was like, oh, and I would go and visit the places that would go busking and stuff, you know. But no, I think the well, there's maps for all occasions now, isn't there? There's maps for all occasions. Did you ever go on the? I'm just going to make a quick rollie. Did you ever go on the Rio de Janeiro map? That was cool.
Mm-mm. I have been on
Very
I've been on the Scalaseg map though, a couple of times when he's put it out for the little play tests.
I was only on that for 5 minutes. My buddy, thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend.
You were only on it for 5 minutes.
Yeah, it was when it very first started. There was nobody on it. I
Yeah,
just went on it for a quick look.
that same here, same here.
I just went on for a quick look. My buddy, how are you, my friend? My buddy is a resident derail expert. I actually went in the aircraft carrier on derail thanks to my buddy. Because
Ooh.
I had the one thing that he didn't have to get into it. So him and his friend Smash took me into the aircraft carrier, which was an exciting moment.
I bet. That's Deer Isle it's a map that
It's
I
amazing.
love. It's beautiful. I love to play it, but it defeats me constantly.
It's a work of art. It's a masterpiece.
It is. It is. It's very sweaty though. Like it's a lot of sweaty gameplay on it, and I'm not good at that, so I haven't gotten to explore a whole lot of it.
I mean, I've been in the temple a few times. I got the hammer one time, and that's as far as I got. I mean, that was an exceptional circumstance when I was with my buddy and we went to the aircraft carrier. I've never got the, you know, like
Need to
made
learn all the new.
the-
Yeah, Fire Dingo.
and
There's
the-
so
and
much
he's made
new
it even
stuff.
more difficult now. The hammer's in 2 different bits now.
Oh gosh. So Pudding wants to do so Pudding does hobo runs,
Right.
and they're just random. Everybody join in. The first hobo run that I did with Pudding that he
Mhm.
was doing, we had a group of like 8 or 9 of us go to
Right.
Lantia on Namalsk, and
Very cool. I've
the-
never done that. Never done that.
the goal was to get all of us there, all at the same time, all alive. And it took several attempts, but the new hobo run thing that Pudding wants to do is get a big group of people and do the entire thing on Deer Isle with the
Yeah, that's cool.
hammer and the bear suit. So, yeah, like anybody can join in. It's a lot of fun.
That's very cool. That's very cool.
Do you have a favorite, other than your little pea shooter, a favorite gun?
Oh, I don't know. SKS.
Mine too. You're the first person who said that, and that's mine too.
Yeah, I think if you've got an SKS, it gives your confidence a bit of a boost.
Yes,
It's quite an easy gun to use, isn't it?
it is. I don't miss when I have an SKS.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's quite user friendly, isn't it?
Yeah, like the AK is like a fire hose.
Yeah.
It's just everywhere.
But but I've got a least favorite gun.
What's your least favorite gun?
Guess. See if you can guess.
Let's see. Ooh, that's hard.
There's a gun that I will pick up if I don't have a gun, and I'll get rid of it as soon as I can.
VSD?
Nope.
Nope. That was Pudding's guess.
Nope.
Mosin?
Repeater, exactly, Neo. The repeater.
The repeater, yeah.
I've got a bad relationship with that gun. I've had some really good kills with the repeater actually, but like that's like, you know, the way that I say that your confidence goes up a wee bit when you've got an SKS, it goes down for me with the repeater.
It's funny, mine always goes down with pretty much any automatic.
Yeah.
I'm just not great. Like my brain turns into a scrambled egg when I'm in close quarters combat. I'm great with sniping and stuff, but when I get in close quarters, my fingers forget how to use a keyboard, and I'm pressing every button except for the button I need.
I do that, and you tap the button, and you get stuck on the aim down sight and all that stuff.
Oh yes. I
do
get
that.
stuck in the aim down sight so much. What's up, babe? Yeah.
My buddy says I finally explored all the diving areas with the full scuba suit. Yeah, you can go scuba diving in Deer Isle now, eh?
Yeah, I haven't even done any of the new stuff.
Yeah, I've not seen any of that. There's Gracie, how you doing? Neo says repeater. Gracie says, what was that, Neo? That's that old gaga. Repeater. What was that? Repeater. What was that?
Oh my god, somebody did that to me a couple of weeks ago, and I did the same thing. I was like, repeater. What? And then I realized what it, and I was like, oh man, you got me. You got me. Do you have any good dad jokes that you know?
Did you hear about the man that invented the door knocker?
No.
He won the Nobel Prize.
That
That's the best gag in the world.
That is very cute. I like that.
Best gag in the world. And it's a clean joke.
It is. It's a very
Can you beat
very
that?
good.
Can you beat that?
I only have a dirty joke.
You and Sonny need to have a run. I think that would be essential viewing.
What's the difference between a genealogist and a gynecologist?
I heard about that today. No, was that? Yeah, no. A genealogist? No, right. No, that wasn't the one. I've got a similar one that I heard today. No,
so a genealogist looks up the family tree and a gynecologist looks up the family bush.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Yeah, the one I heard today was what's
terrible.
a gynecologist and a puppy got in common?
Oh, I don't know.
They've both got a wet nose. That's terrible, eh?
That's
terrible.
That's terrible.
That's the gutter level that my channel ends up in.
I love it. It's a bad joke and it's a dirty joke. You can't get much better than that.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Funny. Chronic Sonic, how you doing? Good to see you.
So
Cool,
when you
evening stream.
were...
Well, it's a special occasion tonight. We're with Poetry Slam.
Hi.
This is Poetry Slam's Poecast that we're doing.
It's me.
But we're having a great time.
Yeah. So when you were when you were a little kid, What did you want to
Oh,
be
sorry,
when you
sorry.
grew up?
No, I got it wrong. It was a nearsighted gynecologist. Sorry, Neil. What's a nearsighted?
Oh!
That makes it even funnier.
That does make it even funnier.
It was just a wee bit rude before that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry,
the
Neil.
first one, the
Sorry, Neil.
gynecologist was just a complete perv. Now,
Yeah,
now it's
exactly.
funny.
Yeah, now there's a reason for it. Nearsighted
Byron can go,
gynecologist.
wow,
Right, cool.
wow.
Yeah. So sorry, I interrupted you there. Sorry.
No, you're good. So when you were a little kid, what did you want to be when you grew up?
A Daisy streamer.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to be a priest at one point. This is when I was about 4 or 5 years old. I wanted to be a priest. Apparently, my mum and dad took me to the church, and I sat there, quite the thing, and turned round to my dad and I said, "When does the Lord come in? When does the Lord come in?" Yes, I wanted to be a priest when I was a little kid, but I never really had any. Well, I wanted to be a journalist at one point. Actually, I actually nearly got a job working for PC Gamer as a staff writer.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
That would be the boss job.
They flew me down to Bath for an interview and everything, you know. But
Wow.
no, it wasn't PC Gamer. It was X Gamer. It was when the first Xbox first came out, and they advertised that they were looking for a staff writer at Future Publishing. So I did a review of the original Hitman game, sent it down, and they invited me down for an interview. It was between me and one other guy, and the other guy had experience of writing for magazines and stuff, you know. But I wanted to be a journalist at one point. I did my work experience at the school with the local paper. I ended up getting a death threat, actually.
Wow. I mean,
Because
you basically were a journalist then.
well, yeah, for real. 'Cause what happened was, I mean, I would have been 15, and
Wow.
went to this newspaper. I was living in Beaconsfield, Buckinghamshire at the time. I would have been like 15, and I get sent as a reporter, you know, like for 2 weeks work experience, and they were giving me all these like press releases to write up and stuff. And one of the sub editors says, "This boy's actually got a bit of talent. Let's give him some better things to do." So they taught me how to answer the phone and all that stuff, right? And this old lady phoned up one day. This is all true, right? This old lady phoned up and she says, "Oh, I'd just like to complain that taxi driver just, he gave me. I was meant to get. I think no, he gave her change with 50 pence less than it should have been, right?"
Oh.
And it was obviously a mistake, you know.
Right.
And so, so it was a non-story. But I wrote down everything just to show them that I knew that I'd been listening to what they'd said, you know, that the staff, you know, the sub-editor. And so this old lady, she'd been for like a routine checkup at the hospital. The taxi driver had given her 50 pence less in her change than she should have got, right? Now, fast forward to the newspaper coming out. And like, you know, page 3 is the second most important page in the newspaper, apparently. The headline story on page 3 was my story, right? "Cruel Wickham pensioner duped by conniving cabbie." That was the headline, right?
Oh my
And
goodness.
and I was like, yeah, this Wickham pensioner, Mrs. Smith, you know, she was conned by an unscrupulous cab driver after receiving vital hospital treatment. You know, I really hammed it up. And I had
Wow.
my name on the byline. Taxi company phoned up and said, "If you don't retract this story, we're going to kill you."
Wow.
So, needless to say, a full retraction was issued the following week. That could have been
Wow.
bad. Like, you know, taxi companies, they're all gangsters and that. I could have get done it.
Yeah, you coulda.
Yeah.
Damn.
Me, the maverick reporter,
So, oh, that's
crazy, eh?
freaking crazy.
I could have get done it.
Do you still like to write?
To write what?
Like
Words.
anything? Do you still like writing?
I write, I've got to write lyrics, you know. I don't write as much music as I used to, just purely because I've been spending so much time doing DayZ and streaming, you know. But I mean, I've done 3 original albums since 2015, and I did like a remasters album did like a Robert Burns album. I've got
Wow.
a load of songs that just need words, but the lyrics take me ages. You know, the words take me forever to
Yeah.
write. You know. However,
Oh.
a lot of it's to do with circumstance. So I went to IKEA. See that I've got an
Ooh,
iMac that I do all my music
Slan,
on, and it was under the bed because my
Razone!
PC's
How
on
you
it's like
doing?
an antique dining table. It's my landlord's table.
Slan, would you mind
But,
grabbing Razone a shout out?
So the iMac's been underneath the bed, but I went to IKEA and I got the smallest desk you can get from IKEA. So I've got the iMac set
Thanks,
up.
Slan.
So the reason that we stopped doing the events every month was to do them once every 3 months. The next event's going to be in March next
Oh,
month.
okay.
But the Daisy Sunday social events, that's Zeleno. We should avoid Zeleno, shouldn't we? Well, there's a Humvee. Oh, it's got no wheels or anything.
Oh, look at that.
So the plan was, there's nothing there. The plan was to stop doing that to free up time so I could get some more music written. And I have been doing some stuff, but obviously it's going to take a lot longer because obviously the streaming takes up all my time, you know.
Yeah.
If I'm not streaming myself, I'm usually watching streams or I'm sitting with my guitar or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
There's not enough hours in the day, not enough days in the week.
There really aren't, especially
Not
when
enough-
you have
not
a
enough
lot
weeks
of
in a month.
interests like that. Like,
Yeah, it takes time, you know. But I mean, it's a good problem to have, eh?
yeah.
But the thing is, as well, I want to get some new songs written, but purely to scratch like an artistic itch, because nobody buys CDs and that anymore, you know. I make a lot more from the busking,
Yeah.
you know, and I've got more songs than I can do busking now, you know. When I'm busking, I'll do maybe like 2/3 covers and a third original stuff, you know. But obviously, there's something in that's in my bones that wants to make new music, you know.
You've got it. Yeah, it's probably cathartic, but yeah, it's also
Yeah.
you've got that idea inside of you,
Yeah,
and it
the
has
thing
to
I'm-
come out.
The thing I'm currently doing just now is Sunny Lemon Drop's intro music, because it's what you know, Dr. Balgenstein. He's an amazing lead guitar player, eh?
Mm.
So we're doing this theme tune for Sunny. It's going to be like 70s porno film music.
Oh
Dr.
my god.
I'm going to do all the drums and bass, rhythm guitar and stuff, and Balgenstein's going to do the boom chicka wow 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 stuff, you
Wow,
know.
chicka, wow, wow.
And I got Sunny to record lots of clips of her saying the word dick. So it's going to be like dick, 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 all that, you know, and saying Sunny Lemon Drop and stuff. It's going to be great when it's done.
Oh, I
you know
can't wait to
Woods?
heir that.
You know my good friend Woods?
Yeah.
I did his intro music. You know, we call him Too Long Goo. So I wrote this Too Long Goo song for him. That's his intro music. But I will get another album done eventually, you know, but there's really no rush for it, you know.
Yeah.
Like the first proper album I did myself, I did that, and then a couple of weeks later I get invited to go and play at this event in Toronto. So motivational speakers. I was busking in the South Bank, and this guy walked past. It turns out he was an author, multi-million selling author. Asked me if I would play at his event, and it was all motivational speakers. The main speaker was Shaquille O'Neal.
Stop it! Are you serious?
Yeah, for real. I've got a picture of him with his hand on my shoulder. Look, he could have picked me up like a
Oh, I
basketball.
bet you probably could have. Yeah.
I'll send you the picture. But he was a cool guy. I spoke to him. I got introduced to him, and he says, "Are you?" He says, "Are you from Ireland?" I says, "I'm from Scotland." He says, "I'm from Ireland." Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, fucking O'Neal.
Yeah. But he was hilarious. Like, he was a funny guy.
That
We
is
need another
incredible.
fire, huh? But yeah, so I had to go to that event, and then they invited me to. As soon as I got back from Canada, they sent me a message saying, "Can you play at next year's one, which was in Zurich?" And I was like, right. Well, I can't go back with the same CD because it was all about motivational stuff. You know, it was all about being the best you can be and stuff. So I then started writing a new album, but I discovered very quickly I was living in this I was living in a converted car wash, right, in Holloway Road in London, and I was trying to write, couldn't get anything written. So that's when I went to Berlin. I went to Berlin to make that second album. Pool Bass has
Wow.
met him as well. There you go.
Wow. It's like the 7 degrees of Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah. And then hi Gets, hi brother. How are you, brother? Yeah, then the following year the main speaker was Steve Wozniak. You know, the Apple guy.
Yeah.
So he was
Wow.
a cool guy.
You've had some
And,
adventures.
Yeah. And then the following year it was in Toronto again, and the main speaker was the guy from you know that film Alive. You know they've made that new thing on Netflix about the plane crash in the Andes.
Yes. Yes.
It was the guy from that. He was the main speaker. Nando Parado, his name was. I was sitting next to him, between the stuff. He was a cool guy. He gave me a copy of his book. I'll get some bark.
Oh, okay.
And then that was the last time I did it.
Well, I
I
don't
didn't
know.
want to
Maybe
do
we
it 3
find
years
it
in a
very
row.
soon.
I wasn't getting paid for it, you know.
Oh, wow.
They were letting me sell CDs. I mean, they paid for my flight, and I had my own suite in the Ritz-Carlton hotel and all that stuff, you know.
Well,
I
damn.
think me not getting a fee for it was something to do with like tax reasons and stuff. But I was more than happy to go, you know. But I think the reason for them wanting me to be there was like it was all the people that were on this course. It was people that their dream had been to make money, you know, and most of them were billionaires, you know, and multimillionaires. But then they'd made all the money and realised that didn't make them
need
happy,
that.
you know. So I think he wanted me there. I think the reason he wanted me there was to show that you didn't need to be rich to be happy, basically, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I sold a load of CDs and stuff, you know.
That's really cool. I mean, just being able to do that and
Yeah, I've been very lucky.
going the places then. Yeah, from Canada, Switzerland. Yeah, that's incredible. And then, of course, Germany. I love Berlin. Berlin's a cool city.
Yeah, Berlin was cool. But Zurich, that's an expensive place.
It's
I always go to McDonald's when I go somewhere new to see, McDonald's is different all around the world. Here,
yes, it is.
You want to fix your shoes.
Oh, thanks.
And in Zurich, the McDonald's was absolutely extortionate. I walked past a shoe shop, there was a pair of Wellington boots in the window, €1,000.
I believe it.
For a pair of wellies.
I believe it. I went to
Well,
Zermatt a couple of years ago with my snowboarding group, and
You do snowboarding? How cool.
I haven't since then. But yeah, we went down with the snowboarding group, and the bus driver, because we chartered a bus, the bus driver stopped just after we got into Switzerland at a McDonald's. And it was like, I think I got a Royale with cheese.
Yeah, Royale with cheese.
Yeah, Royale mit Käse. And then my kiddo got a Happy Meal, and it was like €62.
Unbelievable.
It was
How do you
crazy.
justify that? How do you justify that?
I don't even. I saved the receipt because I was so shocked. I'm like, well, this is gonna go in my little jar that I have all my plane
Yeah.
tickets and train tickets in, because
Just
I'm just like,
ridiculous.
what the hell?
How do they justify that?
I have
Woody,
no idea.
Hi, brother. Gamer Woody's here. You don't need to be rich to be happy. Only a rich person would say that. Well, I also heard, what's his name? And you're right, Neil. There's many forms of being rich, isn't there? Rich with love,
Mhm.
friends, and life.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I once heard, Dave Lee Roth from Van Halen. He
Yep.
once said, "Whoever said you can't buy happiness didn't know where to shop." There you go. He's a crazy guy, yeah, Dave Lee Roth.
Oh yeah. I like
How are
to
you, Woody? Good to see you. Yeah, Van Halen, good band, huh?
Oh yeah, I love Van Halen, especially when I was younger, like high school years, or maybe junior
Yeah.
high school, middle school years. I was absolutely fascinated. What was that song, California Girls, that they did?
California Girls, yeah.
I
Wish
was-
they all could be California girls.
I was fascinated by that music video. Like I would just sit there and just stare at the TV. I must have been, I don't know, 9 or 10 years old. I just was completely fascinated with every bit of it. Like with
Very
him
cool.
and with the band and with the girls and with the beach, and I was just like, wow. It's just so wild to me
Yeah.
in my little kid years.
Very cool. Panama. That's my favourite Van Halen song.
Ah, Panama is a great song. Okay, I've got the buff.
Yeah, me too. Shall we hit it?
Yep.
We need to get some food, don't we? You know we can fish.
Oh yeah, we got the.
Shall we try? Shall we do a bit of
bones.
fishing?
I'm down for a bit of fishing.
Let's do that.
Now that song's
Let's
be in
get
my
some
head.
fish.
Panama.
time's this?
Panama. Oh.
There's a sign. I'm going to check this sign out. Can you read? Can you read the signs? Are you good at that?
Let's see. This says kopka.
So that will be.
Somebody in chat will tell us.
Yeah, exactly. Wheelbase. Help me out, brother.
Slan, where are we?
I'm good. Rich with poor health, lack of money. My ability to get is so bad I'm overflowing with my four walls. Joking aside, I am good. As long as you're alright, Woody. At least you're
Slan!
getting to do what you want to do, Woody.
Guys, gals, and
Chrissy!
non-binary pals, you are watching Poetry Slam 78.
How you
A good friend
doing?
Gamer Woody
Please feel
does
free
a
to
radio
learn.
show every
If
morning.
you're a chatter, please feel free
Oh,
to
yeah?
chat. But
6
either
to
way,
10 UK
you will
time.
always
If you can
find
put the
chill
link in the
vibes
chat,
and
Woody,
lots of laughs
for everybody
here.
to see.
Grab some snackies and come hang out.
Oh! Thank you so much for
Oh,
the follow, Shady
I'm
Ferret.
not-
Hey,
Soznov-
Chris.
Sosnovi.
Sosnovka.
Sosnovi. Sosnovka.
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 PC is. Oh
Woody,
no,
Sosnovka.
Chris! Thank
Of
you for
course.
the raid. Thank you so much for the raid. I really
We
appreciate
didn't know
you.
that. We were
Welcome in,
just
Raider
testing you.
section.
We were just
Yeah.
testing you there.
We totally knew that. We just needed to see if chat knew that because
we knew
reasons.
we were in Sosnovka.
Of course we knew it was Sosnovka. We were
Thanks,
just
Will.
being silly.
Thanks, Will. Right, I'm ill now as well. I think I've got your cold.
I think I gave it to you because mine's gone now.
Do you want these? Do you want these funky gloves?
Are these Christmas gloves?
Christmas gloves. They're like Christmas gloves, eh?
They are, indeed.
I've got fancy padded gloves.
Well, I was on Dusk, the Dusk server last weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and they still have the Santa sleighs and all.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, our Santa, our Christmas event was a laugh with the sleighs.
Oh, that was the day that my internet was just not working. So I after my like 6th or 7th crash where I crashed off the server, my stream crashed. I was like, all right, I'm not gonna be able to do this.
That was great times. Like
It
was a very good
was
laugh.
so. No, that's not the day that was being so bad. I know the Santa sleigh one. Slan and I got to the finish line, and
Mhm.
somebody had blocked the road with like 8 or 9 sleighs.
Yep, remember? Wheelbase was doing the commentary.
Yes, that's
Squid.
right.
Hi, brother.
Hey,
Who's this?
Chris,
Mr.
how you
Madison from Lincoln?
doing? Thank you so much
Good
for the
to see you,
raid.
Squid.
I
We were talking
appreciate it.
about
We're
you earlier,
we're interviewing Mr.
talking
Hanman
about you. Why was I
tonight,
talking
so
about
we're having a
Squid?
fantastic time.
Why was I talking about squid?
So
Remember, it was something good. Yeah, it was Brazil that got you with the roadblock.
yes, that's right.
Brazil's
That's
a
what it
good egg.
was.
Brazil's a good egg. So we need to find water to fish.
All right. So, since you're a big music fan and a big music maker, I assume that you probably have a pretty decent library of music. What was the most recent song that you listened to?
What was the most recent song that I listened to? Let me think. Most recent song I listened to.
Or maybe the last song you listened to. I worded that really weird. I'm sorry. It's been a long year already.
It was a live version of Barbarism Begins at Home by the Smiths.
Size of a Cow by Wonder Stuff. Oh, nice.
That was the most recent. Can I tell you my favourite song? Thanks, Woody. That's Woody's
Yes.
radio show there.
Oh, okay.
My favourite song of all time is I Should Have Loved You by Narada Michael Walden. Now, if anybody's never heard that song, stop what you're doing, go on YouTube. Narada Michael Walden, I Should Have Loved You. It's the best song you'll ever hear in your entire life. Well, in my opinion.
I'm
No, I
guessing
can't remember what it was.
someone listened to that
Might
recently
have been
too.
something to do with your gastronomical expertise.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember why I was talking about squid.
Pudding says Radiohead cover of Barbarism at Home.
Right, that's interesting. I've heard Radiohead's cover of the Headmaster Ritual. I didn't know they did Barbarism Begins at Home. But yeah, it was a live. It was on most of the music I listen to is on YouTube now, and you know YouTube keeps recommending stuff, and it was like
Yes.
an old. It was like the Smiths live at Camden Electric Ballroom. What was the last song you listened to?
There was a gunshot.
We still don't have any guns, really, do we?
No.
Actually, I've now got some bullets for this revolver. We've got
Oh,
3
okay.
bullets. We're going to be dominating the server.
What was the
4 bullets.
Gosh, you'd think that I would remember because I was literally listening to music right before my stream. I always listen to music right before I stream to just kind of
Mm-hmm.
separate my day from my stream so I can just
Mhm.
really kind of relax and go into it happy.
Mhm.
The hell was I know what it was. It was Little Doom Buggy by the Presidents of the United States of America.
Very cool. Very cool.
It's such a fun song and it just puts me in
Yep.
like a very Friday mood.
Very cool. Yeah, they did Video Killed the Radio Star as well, didn't they?
The Presidents?
Yeah, they did a cover of Video
They
Killed the Radio Star.
did. Yes, yes.
You know how I put up a song of the day every day. MD in the chat, if you put in exclamation SOTD. But you see when you see the title of my stream and it says SOTD, it's Song of the Day. There's about 450 on the Spotify playlist now.
Wow.
So the song of the day
Sorry,
today
that is the
was
one. Oh, okay.
Black
Okay,
Steel by
Blitz.
Tricky. Do you know that song?
I don't know. If I do, I listen to a lot of music where I just let a playlist play that I don't know. So I
Right,
hear a
got you.
lot of songs that I don't know the artist.
You've got to get on in the song of the day playlist. It's the best playlist on Spotify, without question. Without
Okay.
question.
Do you
Without
remember
question.
pre-Spotify? Do you remember
Of course, Napster, LimeWire, all that stuff.
there was one called Pandora that was like you would put in a song and then it would suggest other songs for you. Like you couldn't curate a playlist, but you could put
Right,
in
I
a
see.
song and an artist
Right.
and then it would source songs and artists that were similar to that, but it was simply for the discovery of new artists that you'd never heard before.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it
Never
was
heard of that.
really cool.
Wheelbase
Oh,
says I still use
Uses
Pandora.
Pandora. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even know it was still around.
I've never heard of that. Was that
Oh.
an American thing?
Must have well, I don't know. I mean, I used it when I lived in the States and I used it when I lived in Japan, but I think I used it on my PC.
Right. Very cool.
Yeah, it's a very cool concept because it had a lot of really great indie bands and stuff on it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was always funny. I would stop and be like, "Oh, I need to write this down." You know, there weren't like screenshots on a phone back then. It's
Yeah,
just
of
like I need to
course, of
stop and
course.
write this down really
course.
quick so I can, figure it out. But my
But
kids,
there's,
they were always introducing me to new music because
course,
my
that's the
kids
thing,
have
yeah.
like hugely varied tastes as well.
Very cool. Very cool. But yeah, so I always
Lurkin,
I always when
been
I'm
in a
starting the
race
stream,
that-
you know
yes,
how you,
go
I'm
stretch
sure
your
you-
legs,
you'll do
Chris.
the same. You'll have
Thank
your
you for the
routine at the
raid.
start of the stream,
uh-huh.
and like I'll get my coffee on the go. I've got a Bosch Decimo coffee machine, by the way.
Ooh.
I highly recommend it to anybody.
I
Barista quality coffee at the touch of a button.
I usually use a French press or my siphon, which is you use a little flame. It looks like a chemistry set. It creates a vacuum and
That's-
pulls the
that's-
coffee
that
up.
does sound cool. That does sound cool.
Yeah, I have analog. I don't have a coffee machine. I only have analog ways to make coffee.
you.
I'm such a nerd.
Yeah. Oh, listen, I could not recommend that coffee machine more. It's amazing. Right, so we're quite near the summer camp here, aren't
Yeah,
we?
we
Summer
are.
camp's just here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the summer camp's to the right, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little,
Yeah,
little
yeah,
down
yeah,
to
yeah,
the
yeah.
right.
Yeah, we're on the other
Hope
side
the
of the
race
waterfront,
well.
aren't we? But
Yeah.
but yeah, so I'll get my coffee on the go, and then I'll sit down. This is like about 1:45. Start the stream at 12 o'clock now. That was the thing that I started this year. Last year I was starting at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I've starting at midday, and it's been better. It's been a lot better. So and then I'll usually have worked out over the course of the morning. A song will appear in my head, thinking, "Yeah, we'll do that today," you know. And then I'll listen to the whole song while I'm starting my coffee. Then get the Twitter thing ready to go, and then because you know how you hear some people saying, "Oh, they struggle to press the button, the go
Yeah.
live button," you know. Well, it's just part of my routine, so it's actually harder to not do it than do it, if that makes sense, you know.
Yeah.
So, but I don't listen to music the same way I used to do, you know. I listen to music on my like earbud when I'm out and about, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't like, you know, when I was a teenager, I'd put on a record or a tape or a CD or whatever, and you know, and I would listen to a whole album while I was doing stuff. I don't really do that anymore, you know.
Sure, but hey, what's
Sometimes
up,
I do.
Gamer Woody? How you doing?
Sometimes I do if I'm in housework mode, you know.
Yeah. Oh, I've got music with me all the time. In my car, and I usually let my kids choose the songs in the car. Like they
Right.
just hook their phone up to the car and
That's
play
cool.
whatever's on their
That's very
playlist.
cool.
But like when I cook dinner, especially, or anytime I'm in the kitchen cooking, or if I'm cleaning, there's always music on. I just
that's cool.
I can't go through my day without it.
Yeah, very cool. Scott McMahon and Suzanne Martin. That's me and Susie wheel. So that's on Pandora. There you go.
Yeah, Pandora's
That's
really
Gamer
cool.
Woody's out of his bed. Gamer Woody's out of his bed now. I don't see anybody here. Should we run down the bottom and cross over the little bridge thing?
Yeah, I think so. I don't see any
I don't see anybody.
Zeds either.
Yeah, which is a bit disconcerting. We might get shot here, huh?
Yeah, it's a pretty common place to get shot.
Yeah. We might get shot here. We're being a bit lackadaisical, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm not really paying much attention, to be honest.
But whenever I do this gig once every 2 months in Richmond, in this pub, and it's one of my favourite gigs that I do. The landlord's an old friend. He always makes sure I get really drunk, so I'm like the stereotypical drunk Scotsman on the train on the way home.
Okay.
And I always listen to the War of the Worlds for some reason. You know the War of the Worlds?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always end up listening to that.
Huh.
There must be something Freudian about that.
I must. I don't know. I don't think I have a specific drunk music song. Yeah, actually lately I've been listening, like if I've been drinking, I have a friend who lives in my village, and
Right.
We'll drink together sometimes, and then we'll start like, telling each other, "Hey, I've got this on YouTube. You should hear it." And so usually what I've got is there's this band called the Who Band, and it's HU. They're
Right. Yeah, I know them. Yeah, that's yeah,
Mongolian, like metal.
It's like Mongolian heavy metal.
It's fantastic.
Yeah,
I
it's wild.
love it.
Yeah, I've heard who.
And so that's usually kind of my go-to if I've been drinking. I just want to lay in bed and kind of listen to it and just chill.
I just got a big frame skip there. I think someone might be about.
Oh dear. Okay.
Wheelbase says mine is something that turns you on by Bill Withers. Of course it would be Wheelbase. Of course it would be. Yeah. That's why he's getting propositioned by the swingers.
It is. It is. Although, I mean, I'm definitely not opposed to turning on a little "Make It With You" by Queens of the Stone Age if Slans are out.
There you go. There you go. Huh?
That's such a good song.
My,
I'm
se-
a
my,
huge
se-
fan.
my sex
Ooh.
music is the Benny Hill theme tune.
I instantly heard that in my head the second you said it. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That sounds like the kind of sex music that you leave your socks on for.
Can you imagine? Listen, do you want a Longhorn? I just picked it up.
Oh God.
Do
Is
do
that
need
you?
Something to shoot? Yeah. Do you need something to shoot?
Yeah.
Oh no, I thought I'd picked it up. I hadn't. So there's a longhorn in one of these cabins up here.
Okay.
Find
That's
it again.
good.
I thought I'd picked it up.
By
Too
the
busy
way, I
yapping.
changed. I'm getting ready to change my pants too.
Yep, I need to. I took off that mask because I didn't want to. I didn't want to carry on having the cold, and I forgot I was going to get frostbite. So I'm just making some rags here.
All right.
Not the minute waltz.
I
There you go,
know.
squid.
I know that my inventory is a mess. It's okay with me. I
Which
don't
one of the
care.
worlds? The Richard Burton one. The Richard Burton one with the hand running around looking for a sword fight to the Benny Hill theme. Yeah. Can you imagine?
Yes.
Either that or Iron Man by Black Sabbath.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's it. That's
That's
pure
the-
sex music right there.
That's the unsexiest song ever. I am Iron Man. Yeah.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Oh, funny.
There,
Listen, I've got some bullets for your. Did I find that longhorn? No, I didn't. Did
I found it. I
Did you get it? Right.
I have a whole box of 308s.
Right. Okay. I've got some more if you need.
There's loads of hunting jackets and stuff and
Yeah, I'm quite happy with my E17 puffer jacket.
okay.
Are we brave enough to go to the Moschino tents with the loot that we've got?
Woo! Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Yellow.
Let's do it. I think
Where's-
we've checked everywhere now.
Yeah, I just went in these last two. There's just clothes in them.
Do you need a head torch? You do, don't you? It never gets that dark on here, though, really, does it?
No, I don't think it gets that dark on here.
Yeah. It's a long, slow night on here, but it never gets totally dark. What time are you on till, Po?
I don't know. I mean, it just whenever our conversation reaches its natural end.
Okay, so it's about 3 weeks' time.
You're a chatty one, huh?
Of course.
Yeah, me too.
But I'm busking tomorrow, so I'll need to get off at some point.
Yeah. So since
So
you
we can do another hour. Should we do another hour? Is that too
yeah, no, I think I got another hour. Maybe I can and text my child downstairs and beg
Listen,
beg her to make me a
if-
cup of
let-
tea.
Yep. If you need to stop before that, that's totally cool. You know.
No, it's good. So
We need to make a fire. We're going to get really cold here, aren't we?
yeah, I think we
Do you think we should go back to the hunting hotel? I mean, is it a bit dark?
oh, that would be like
dangerous.
running
yeah,
through
that-
the woods with a giant
yeah.
target.
I think we should run up this way and just find a random house. What do you reckon?
Yep, there are definitely a couple up here.
That's the best plan, I think.
So as far as streaming goes,
Mhm.
do you have a favorite memory of something that happened during a stream or because of a stream, like meeting someone?
Yep, my favourite moment was let me think. There's been a few. Oh, that's a tough question. Favourite moment. I think we might have been talking about this the other day. Favourite DayZ moment. Can't remember. I remember when the took me 7 months for the channel to be affiliated. Because which I know is a long time, but I don't like asking people for stuff, you know.
Yes, I
I'm really
totally
bad,
understand.
and I know you're the same as me.
Yeah.
You have a problem with self promotion as well.
I absolutely, yeah.
You know, you and I are very similar in that sense. But I actually had the average viewers before I had the followers.
Oh wow, and that's
Yeah,
the hard
yeah.
part is the average
Yeah,
viewers.
yeah.
It
So
it
that
took
I
me a
was-
long time too.
I was stuck on I think I was stuck on like 48 followers for like felt like forever, and Sunny was getting members of her family to sign up to Twitch to follow my channel. That's a friend.
Oh,
That's a friend.
that's amazing.
That's
Yes.
a friend, you know. And I'll never forget that, you know.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's when
How
somebody
cool.
really
Getting
believes
members
in
of our,
you.
getting
Yeah,
members of our family to join.
that is support right there.
That's a true friend.
You can't beat something like that.
In terms of and that, so that's in the streaming sense. Obviously, I absolutely love it. I feel very lucky with the community that we've built. You know, with our gang, everyone's totally cool. But in terms of favourite DayZ moment, let me think. Let me think. There was a time, quite recently, end of last year, I killed 3 players. I couldn't believe it, right? I couldn't
Ooh.
believe it. It was in Dolina. That never happens. That
No.
well, when I say it never happened, it started happening quite often now. But it happened again a week later. And then so I'm a lot better at the game than I used to be. But that, I could not believe it. I could not believe it.
Just makes you want to do it more, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, the
It's
thing
like
about
it's like playing golf. It's like
Yeah.
you might get one great hole out of 18, but it's that one that makes you go,
Yeah.
yeah, I could do that again. I could do that again. I've got to try. I got to keep trying.
Brilliant. I love it. I love DayZ.
Oh, it's so good.
I love DayZ, and as I say, the streaming element is my favourite part of it, you know. But I'm so grateful for DayZ being the ultimate place to do it. You know, this game's genius. See to stream, streaming and DayZ are the perfect combination. You know,
They
there's
really
there's
are.
There's lots of time like this where you get to talk to everybody in the channel, but then there's really dramatic stuff happens.
Right. Yes.
And with
It's-
me, I'll get the guitar out. You know, if it's been quiet for a while, we'll get the guitar out and stuff. And you know, it's just amazing.
No, it's a
The
great
best-
game.
Best invention ever.
Do you
Thank you, Woody. That's very kind.
do you feel like that streaming has changed you at all, as far as has it given you more confidence or better time management, or it just kind of anything
be
that you've
honest,
noticed?
I don't think I'm. I mean, obviously, I'm more confident streaming now, but I don't think I'm any. I think the thing about streaming is that well, for me, the way that I do it, it's about being honest and.
Oh yeah,
So there's no-
absolutely.
I don't put on a. There's no act or anything, you know. I mean, I'll quite happily tell people that I've waking up in the middle of the night with a big bloated belly. You know that maybe some people wouldn't say that, you know.
Yeah, there's no pretense. It's
Exactly, you
just you. Yeah, I
But
feel
as I
like
say,
streaming gives a lot of freedom to just really
know. Yeah,
be yourself.
exactly. But every day in the channel, everyone that comes into the channel, you know, we've all become friends, you know, and we all watch each other's streams, we all help each other out, and anyone new that comes in, you know, they get treated like royalty, unless they're a dick, and then they usually end up getting banned by Sonny Lemondrop.
That's why basically my number one rule in life and everything else is be nice or fuck
Don't
off.
be a dick. Yeah,
Mhm.
don't be a dick. That's the only rule in life. Don't be a dick. You know.
It covers
It's
a
not,
lot,
it's not
that
diffi-
one.
It's not difficult. It's not
Nope.
difficult. You know, it's not rocket science.
Nope. Do you
And-
find anything about streaming challenging at all?
Yeah, playing DayZ. I'm not very good at it. I wish I was better at it. I wish I was better at it.
Didn't you just say that you got 3 kills and then the very next week you did it again and then it's
Yeah,
happening more and
yeah.
more?
That's true. That is true. But I would never consider myself to be a great DayZ player. I think I can hold my own these days, you know. But and the good moments are more frequent in terms of the gameplay and stuff. But when you look at players like Running Man, Taupe Wreck, Sour Sweet, they just wipe people out, you know.
Well, yeah, but not all the time and not every time.
Not all the time. Not all the time. Not all the time.
But can they sing?
Well, that's. I mean, I often say that. You know, if I make a massive cock up in the game, I just say, "Thank God I learned to play the guitar." You know. There's a hotel just up here, isn't there? If I'm not mistaken, Hunting Hotel.
Yeah, I think so. How am I
But
wet?
no, I feel very lucky with. Yeah, there you go. Look, see, my map
Right
knowledge
there.
is better than I give myself credit for.
Tis.
But it's the channel that's the viewers that makes the channel, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm just very lucky
100%.
to I'm just very lucky to be the one in the driving seat, you know. Right, I'll get some bark.
All right, I'll get some wood.
Everybody dies, everybody loses gear. It's Daisy. He's
Oh.
everybody.
I won't get some firewood because.
I've
Oh
got-
yeah,
I've-
nope.
I've
I've got
got
a
a hatchet
knife.
here. I've got a hatchet here.
I've got.
I can get a log.
I've gotten one.
I'll get us another.
Do, do, do,
Oh, I'll get us another 4. It's maybe a wee bit
do,
excessive.
do. You're going upstairs, right?
Yeah.
Do, do, do.
But no, I love the way it's all turned out, and I've got all my regular buddies that I'll have runs with and stuff. I've got to give a big shout to McDat, big shout to No Fingers Ferris.
Do we
Big
have? Do you
big
need me
shout
to
to
go
Sonny
get
Lemon
sticks?
Nope, got everything we need.
Oh, okay. Everyone is just borrowing the loot from the server. It's never anyone's. One die.
Do you know Ferris?
Oh yeah,
You should have a run with Ferris.
absolutely.
You should
Oh,
speak to Ferris. He's got.
Ferris
very
is good.
interesting guy.
I'm always really intimidated to ask people to run with them though, because I know, like, I'm very aware of how not good I am, and when I run with people who
What are you
are a
talking
lot
about?
better.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? That's just you that's thinking that.
No, I know.
It's
I
not true.
know. You can tell when people get annoyed with you because you're not at their level. You can tell.
What do you mean at their level?
Like, if you're not at the same level of gameplay that they are and you're on a run with them, you can tell when they get annoyed. I'm not full of shit.
Yeah.
I'm
If I-
I'm a sensitive soul. I don't like annoying people or when it's noticeable.
Yeah.
It makes me too self-conscious. I don't like it.
Slan says Poe always doubts her abilities. There you go. That's your man talking. See,
Slan is completely biased and thinks that I can't do anything wrong, though. He can't trust his opinion.
isn't that great? Isn't that great for you?
It
isn't
is.
that great? You found the Holy Grail.
I did.
He's a good man, you Slan.
I did.
Slan is an amazing DayZ player.
Yeah, he is. He's so
Remember-
quiet, and you just don't see him or hear him, and he just kind of blends into the background, and then suddenly he's out there
Yeah.
just shooting everyone.
Do you remember the event that we had on Melcat? When the Zeleno boys were together?
Yes, it was
They can play, yeah.
Pudding, Trucko, and Slan, right?
They can play, yeah. They're a good team.
Oh, they're a great team. Yeah, I remember everybody. I think it was your chat. Everybody was like, "Who the hell is this Trucko guy? Who's
Yeah.
the?" I was like,
Why could ever
"Yeah,
do it?
yeah."
But that's the thing about DayZ Poet. It's not all about, everyone's got their own thing that they do. Everyone's got their own, you don't have to, I'm no PvP Chad. Sonny once says to me, Scott, admit it to yourself, you're never going to be a PvP Chad. I'll never let her live that down. Never. But it's
He
not
called
all
you
about
balls of steel.
PvP, is it?
No.
So don't ever feel that you're. I take it when you're talking about being at other people's level, you're talking about in a PvP sense.
Yeah, well, it's just I've asked people for, hey, do you want to go on a run or whatever, and they've said yes, and then during the course of our run, after I go back and watch VODs, I hear them saying disparaging things about how they should never have run with me because I'm not good. Like they are. Like I don't match their play style.
I think that's disgusting.
Yeah.
I think that's disgusting. That.
So Pudding says that you called him balls of steel.
Yeah, balls of steel. Yeah. Golf, great to meet you. Thanks for coming in. And I look forward to seeing you again.
Okay, now that we're sitting here, I don't know.
Yeah, balls
Do you
of
have a
steel.
shotgun?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
The only gun I've got is a MK2 pistol.
So
But in our own way, Poe, we're dominating the server in our own way.
right? We have been more stealthy somehow. Somehow, even though we've not been paying any attention.
Yeah. But you see, the thing is as well.
Your balls
like,
have never
see
been
that
the same.
when
Are
when
they
I first
really
started
big
shooting,
balls
right,
of steel
and I
puds?
started making YouTube videos, and of course at the
They hang
start,
down and make a boy
I
slow.
was pretty hopeless, you know. So the videos were funny rather than skillful, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I've got a really good friend, another busker. He's Canadian, Marcus, his name is. And I'd met him for a pint one time, and I was showing him videos, and he's like, "Oh man, that's hilarious! Oh, that's great! You must be really enjoying that." But then I was trying really, really hard to get better at DayZ, and I was
I
really
know.
concentrating and stuff, you know, and I was getting better at it. And then, like, really focused. And then next time I saw Marcus, I was showing him videos, and he says, "Scott," he says, "I've got to be honest with you." He says, "I think it was better before when it was funny, rather than it being kind of serious, you know." So then
Yeah.
I made a conscious decision to not get good at DayZ.
Not get good.
And that's my excuse. That's my excuse. and
like
I'm
it.
sticking to it. No, but seriously, so then I took my foot off the gas a wee bit with the focus, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, it's a bit balance, isn't it?
We had we got into a pretty good firefight in Salino the other night, and there was a guy up on one of the tall towers, and I didn't realize that the metal would tank all the shots unless you
Right.
like got above the rail. So
Right.
I was like
Guys,
right
girls,
underneath
and
it,
non-binary
really
pals.
close.
You
And
are
it was
watching
just
Poetry
ting,
Slam
ting,
78.
ting, and
Oh,
it
no.
turned into, it should have been Benny Hill.
If you're a chatter,
Because he
please feel
started
free
to come
chat.
down the
By
ladder,
way, you
and
can
I
always
basically
find
forgot
children's
where my
and lots of
W
laughs
key
here.
was, and I'm like
Perhaps
running
it's
around,
all
and
on the
Pudding's
hangout.
yelling, "Poe,
Yeah.
what are you doing,
Yeah.
Poe, Poe?" Welcome in, Raiders. How you doing? What's up, Firefly?
Such great
Play
times.
It's a Planet Coaster. Welcome in, Raiders.
But
How you
the,
doing? Thank you so much for the raid,
There's been a
Firefly.
lot of
We are doing an
lot of, like,
interview tonight with
hilarious DayZ's
MistaHanMan,
can be hilarious, can't it,
and we're
you know?
playing Daisy.
And like, see, in the videos, obviously anything that's like notable.
Thank you, thank
whether
you.
it's, like, good
Welcome. How you
PvP stuff or
doing,
if it's just
Firefly?
something
It's so
that's really
great to
funny,
see you. Thank
they
you
all
for
go
the
in
raid.
Videos, you know.
Doing well. Thanks.
So
How are
that's
you?
why, I mean, I don't get a lot of viewers on the YouTube videos, but but it's a great record of all the. It's like a diary almost, you know.
It
It's a bit like
is.
a Daisy diary, you know.
I have one of my mods did a few best of videos when I first started playing Daisy and put them on my YouTube. And I love going back and watching them and seeing like that very first bit of Daisy gameplay and
Yeah.
the first bits of gosh, it was when I was still over half of my hours that I've gotten Daisy have been spent on PvE servers because I was scared of PvP for the longest
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
But yeah, they are. It's very much like a diary, and it's
Yeah,
great
yeah.
because you'll have it to look at for
Exactly, yeah.
Ages.
Yeah.
Building a restaurant for
cool.
the Universal Good
Nobody
Night.
says it's
That
different
sounds
for
like
us
a
to watch your
fantastic
videos.
park.
Though. I can laugh at the serious Daisy moments as well because I know the game so well. If I tried to show my roommate some of the stuff, he wouldn't think it was funny either. But that's because he doesn't play Daisy.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think you have to. I think you have to play it to know it, or at least watch it
Yeah,
to know it.
yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's a quirky game, and I think it attracts a kind of a quirky player base, and I think that's what keeps it separate from
Yeah.
a lot of PvP style games, and it's what makes it more fun, and like with the
Yeah.
experimental having the bows that shoot the Cupid bows that shoot the
yeah,
heart.
I saw that. Yeah.
I want to run around just shooting everyone with one of those. but I'm, and
Brilliant.
I'm glad it's not something that's in the game all the time. But it's one of those. It's one of those kind of It's a very Daisy thing, and I think that's what
Mm.
makes it
Yeah,
such
yeah,
a
yeah.
great game.
Brilliant. Should we head out?
Yeah, yeah.
I totally agree. I totally
So-
agree. And like, see the bugs. Like, they're gradually fixing everything.
Yeah.
And I don't want them to get rid of the fact that sometimes you can get a cow flying in the air. I don't want them to get rid of that.
Yes, right. Like
you know what I
that
mean?
that bug that they used to have where you turned into a meatball.
Yeah.
I didn't know that
I've
was a
never heard of
bug.
that. I've never heard of that.
Oh my god. So I was on a server. It must have been a year and a half, 2 years ago. And I was with Pudding. I was with Pudding. And the server had horses on them, and you had to
Right.
stick a radiator in the horse's mouth to get it to go.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
just like
yeah,
a
I've
race
seen
skin
that.
car.
I've seen
We
that.
were laughing our asses off, and he
Yeah.
jumped off the horse and just turned into a sphere. And I was
Oh,
like,
right.
what the hell? So I took a screenshot and I put it in Discord, and I said, Pudding, this is what you look right now. He goes, oh, it's the meatball. It's the meatball. That's a really old bug.
I've never heard of that before.
I was like, oh my god, this is so funny. I mean, I couldn't
Yeah,
stop
weird.
laughing.
I've never heard of that before.
I was like, bring back the meatball bug.
Now, do you know one thing that I'm really sad that they took away, right? Now, and we did a boxing event, right? And Woods, our good friend Woods, too long ago. Now you used to be able to do this, right? You used to be able to do that. Right, now, so have I got my hands up here? Have I got my hands up?
Yep.
No,
Yep.
I have. Right, so you used to be able to do that, and then do A and D, and it would do this crazy dance. But they've taken it away because it puts your hands behind your head now.
Oh.
You used to put your hands up in the air, and you used to be able to do this dance, right? But they took that away. But in the boxing event, I'm commentating on the boxing. I've had half a bottle of wine. And Woods is at the front of the ring doing that dance, trying to put me off, and I could not stop laughing. That's in one of the videos. That's the most I've ever laughed playing DayZ. It was absolutely hilarious. And then there was a time when in one of the events when Sonny and I remember the motorbike and sidecar event?
Yes.
That was Sonny and I were a team on that, and
I
ended
love
up-
that event.
It was great fun. That I ended up driving I ended up like somersaulting off a cliff and drowning in the sea, and like see that you can laugh and laugh and laugh playing DayZ like you can't with anything else, with any other game.
No, that was the event where Slan and I just decided we're not going to ever find this very last thing. Like, we've been at it for hours, so
Yeah.
we just decided we just went down to the woods and sniped the next person who came along and tried to take their stuff.
Good times. The
I
next event,
I love your events. They're so much fun.
well, the next event, we're doing the small PvP again.
Oh, okay.
And I wasn't too keen because when we did this, were you in the small PvP event?
I
it was a bit of a-
shoutcasted for it. Yeah.
Of course you did. Of course you did. And you know how half the players died in the first 20 minutes and all that stuff.
Yes.
Because the zombies. Well, Sonny was saying, "Can we do the small PvP again?" I was like, "Oh, are you sure?"
Oh.
What's that?
What?
What's that?
What was that?
It's a big gun.
Is that a DMR?
Maybe. Should we just go to the castle? Let's just
We're
go to the
gonna go
castle.
up against
A
that with my longhorn. Come on.
Philby says it's a grenade. On this one we can go over the rope bridge, can't we?
Oh.
Yeah, there's a high rope bridge we can go up. If we stay on the railway tracks, then we'll see it. But so we're going to do the small PvP again, but we're going to take all the zombies off the server, and it's not going to be on the mouse this time.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. How do you get your ideas for your events? Because your events are all really
wine,
unusual. Red wine.
Red wine.
Red wine.
There was a specific reason for the small PvP. What was that again? Maybe someone will be able to help me out here. There was something that
your events
prompted
are just so
that.
unique. And they're just they're
It's sort of
just
just about
fun.
having
Yeah.
a laugh with it. But the reason we started the events was for a treat for our pals, like, to have a laugh. But there was a specific reason for that inspired the small PvP. I can't remember what it was. Can't remember what it was. It'll come back to me. But yeah, the thing is, I mean, there's only a certain, there's only a certain amount of things that you can do. You've got to kind of do things around things, if that makes sense. Like, like
Yeah.
when it's like having like the zones and all that stuff. You're obviously you're kind of limited to what the tools that you've got to operate with.
Right.
But because there's so many different mods, it's about making a cocktail of mods, basically, isn't it, for the events?
It is. I think. Have you ever used the mod with the shopping trolley go karts?
No, we had thought about that. That's really cool. They're really clunky, aren't they?
I did an event
They're really clunky.
where we used those, and
Did you? How
it
did
was
it go?
flipping hilarious. It was great. It was great. Like, but we did it on Chinaris, which was a lot of fun. But I've just thought since then that the racetrack on Deer Isle and the shopping trolley go karts would
Yeah,
be
cool.
some kind of
That
crazy.
Would be really cool. That would be really cool.
Like how I did it was we did a scavenger hunt for the, oh gosh, I think it was a Brian Bear, a box of Mosin ammo, and something else. And then you got your shopping trolley and went to the biathlon ski area.
Right,
Did
yeah,
like
that's
some laps
cool.
around the track, and but it was PvP along the way. It was a lot of fun.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, no, Woody, what it was we were on. It was when we had when we first got the Pretty Vacant server. We were on there, and Sunny made herself really big. That's what it was. Sunny made herself really big, and I was like, "How did you do that?" And then Primo made himself really small, and then we all made ourselves really small. And I says, "We could do an event like this." The small PvP.
Yeah, the small is hilarious.
It was such a laugh. We that first night when we were running about, when we first discovered you could do it, we were laughing and laughing and laughing. But the idea for that small PvP event was really good. But the thing is, because when we were testing it, it was only Sunny and Primal and myself on the server, so it wasn't spawning that many
Hector
zombies.
and Trucko,
So
yes.
when we came up against zombies,
Yes,
we
they
could
did.
beat them, But when we did the event and it was all the players, and then suddenly there's loads of zombies there, and then everybody get wiped out. I was really embarrassed about that night. Like that was grim.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing about events, isn't it? It's just they're unpredictable, and there's no way you could have known that was
Well,
going to
it happened.
happen. And
It happened with the Lights Out event this year, didn't it?
Yeah,
happened with
it
the Lights
did.
Out event, yeah.
yeah, and Happy Bombs had an event a couple of years ago, an Easter event that he had to eventually cancel just because it just wasn't
Couldn't
working.
run.
He had a
Right.
test event where it worked perfectly, but
Yeah.
the event just that's just the nature of working with, I think, anything in
Yeah.
technology. And then
True.
when
And
you're
Daisy is clunky.
Daisy is clunky, and then we're all playing from all over the world, so we all have different
Yeah,
ping
yeah.
and
I think that
servers
was the thing,
and
Yeah, I think that was the thing that affected the Lights Out this year, wasn't it? That everybody was all over the world, different pings and all that stuff.
yeah,
I felt really sorry for them when that was all kicking off,
I did too. I always feel sorry for them because I always know that they're so stressed out, and
Yeah.
even though there's one or two people that have to be kind of shitty about it, most people understand.
Yeah.
And like it's okay, don't get stressed out, most
Yeah.
people are like, this just happens. It's none of us are professionals,
Yeah, exactly.
and even if we were, stuff would still happen because that's life, man.
Yeah. That's life.
That's life.
Should we
What-
go to the castle and then we'll knock it on the head? How's that?
Yeah. So, do you have a favorite emote?
Favorite emote?
Mm.
Yes. The what face.
What face?
The what face. I'll use that emote at any opportunity. And also, There's one that Liquid Squid uses all the time, and every time he puts it in the chat, I'll read his message and go at the end because it looks like the guys do making that noise. It's like. Have you got a favourite?
I
No, that's the official ones. My favourite of my emotes is the strumming guitar, which was made by my friend Nitro Neo.
love that emote.
It must have taken him ages.
It's beautiful. It is
Thank you for
absolutely
that, Neil.
beautiful. My favorite emote. I'd say
Yeah, you're right. The mods.
Gecko Fish has an emote that is it's the gecko shuffle. It's just like
Right,
him
right.
running back and forth, and I use
Right.
it. I use it like all the time for dancing, like in chats.
Yeah.
For my emotes, it would probably have to be my pride heart, I think,
Very cool.
easily.
Very cool.
Pudding has some underwear. I'm sorry, Pudding has some budgie smuggler emotes that
Budgie smugglers, yeah, that's
Rack me up.
That says that all the time. Budgie smugglers.
budgie smugglers. They make me laugh because I'd never heard that term before I met Pudding.
Have you seen Fubar Bundy's one with the hand stroking the human meat?
No.
Ah, yes, Lan. Yeah. I've seen that.
How did you get away
I
with
know.
that? That's hilarious.
Sonny's got one that's even worse than that. I
Oh,
don't know if she got away with it. I'm not even going to describe it. I don't want to get banned.
I
Don't wanna get
have
banned
one.
from Twitch.
I have one for my naughty step that might look a bit like the
That's it. Wheel that one.
like a logo from another company that
Right.
I'm
right.
I'm hoping just is allowed to stay up.
Yeah. I also like the one with the the head that spins round. Like whenever I'm playing the guitar, people put that one in.
Yes,
I don't
yes.
know. I don't know whose face that is. Is that the girl from The Last of Us? Is that Ellie from The Last of Us? Someone will put it up in a second. You know
The
the one I
sunny
mean? With
emote.
the head,
Oh my
the
god.
head going round,
Oh my god.
the dancing one.
How? How does Fubar get away? I've
Someone
got
will
that
put it up.
I've
Someone will
got
put it
the
up.
human meat stroking emote in my chat now, and oh
It's outrageous.
wow.
Outrageous.
How is that flying under the radar? That's hilarious and disgusting at the same time.
Yeah, you know the one that I mean with the head. It's a girl's head. and
Yeah.
it rotates. That's it exactly. Thank you, Rich. Who is that? Who is
I don't
that?
know
Is
who that is.
Is that Ellie from The Last of Us?
I don't know. If I'm usually watching streams in bed with my glasses off and everything just kind of looks like
Yeah.
blobs.
Yeah. Does anybody know who that is in that picture? But that whenever I've got the guitar out and that comes up, it always makes me laugh. Wheelbase says that's my future ex-wife.
The meat stroking emote?
No, the one with the head.
Oh!
the dancing head. Yeah,
That makes a little
that's
more sense.
Extra Emily. She's just a chatting streamer, right? I see. I always thought it was Ellie
Oh.
from The Last of Us. Oh, there you go. Extra Emily.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hadn't seen this. Oh. Yeah. I hadn't seen this yet. This is wow.
What is that? You talking about Sonny's one?
No, this ladder. Would you walk over? Are you afraid of heights or do you get vertigo? Would you do a rope ladder like that? I mean, obviously one in
I
better
think I've done it.
condition.
I
Yeah.
think I've done it. I think I've done it in the past.
Oh,
think I've
so
done
it
it in
doesn't
the
bother
past.
you, huh?
Things like that. No, really. No, really. I do like the vertigo feeling. See, sometimes when I'm playing
Yeah,
the boat,
I love
I'll go out
Smokies.
to the side of the boat and I'll look over the sea. You know that the shiver, the vertigo shiver.
Yeah.
You get. I love that. As long as you know you're going to be safe. You know.
Yeah.
She did a stream recently where she drank a gallon of water with a fork. It took quite a while.
Is that a candle?
Yep. Happy Bombs put that in. Right, so I think we just go up. We just find our way up here. So, is there any other questions you would like to ask?
So I don't think I missed any. Oh, what has been your favorite Daisy event that you've participated in?
Well, am I allowed to say our events?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want.
The Tissy Scalisti Rally, motorbike and sidecar one.
I that one was so good.
That was my favourite. I think we have great fun in the events. That was my favourite.
Yeah, that's a fantastic one. And then I've just got two more.
Mhm.
So one is are there any questions that you wish I would ask that I had asked that you were anticipating but I let you
no,
down?
I think you've done a fantastic job. I think you've covered all bases.
And then
Unless anyone in the chat has a suggestion.
yeah, I mean chat can always ask
See,
questions
this,
too.
This might get brutal. This might get quite brutal.
Yeah, sometimes chat questions are a little bit scary. Gotta be brave.
Wheelbase says, I was hoping she would ask you to say purple burglar alarm.
Oh yes, Wheelbase asked me to tell you to say that, and then
Purple burglar alarm.
I forgot. Purple burglar alarm.
Scottish people have a problem with that phrase. Purple burglar alarm.
I think you don't have a problem with it. Sounds like it should to me. Purple burglar.
Purple burglar alarm.
Yeah, the thing is, you say it too many times, and then the words don't sound like words anymore. Then it sound kind of like sounds.
Yeah.
And then it's like purple
burglar
burglar alarm. The first time.
Surprising you.
Oh,
You can take that and shoot me to death at
let's
the
drop. Oh, what? I wouldn't.
end. You can shoot me to death at the end.
I would never.
Well, what I can do, I can jump off the castle and you can try and shoot me in midair. How's that?
That's interesting.
Is there any questions that you'd like me to ask you?
Nah, not really. There's not anything in it. There's no rounds or.
Is there no? I've got some bullets for you, I think.
Oh, okay. But there.
No, I don't actually. I don't.
That's
I don't.
okay. Maybe I can try it with the one shot with the Longhorn. The most important question of every interview is, who is the most handsomest Daisy player? And there is a right answer to this, and if you need guidance, I'll be happy to help you.
Who's the handsomest Daisy player?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a right answer. Mikey Larkin.
Mikey is not the
Love
correct
you, Mikey.
answer.
Love you, Mikey.
Mikey is
Mikey Larkin.
Oh, there's steaks.
I've met Mikey Larkin. I've met Mikey Larkin in real life.
There's fresh meat in here.
Interesting. It's me. You can see me. Oh, you know I love you, Will. But was that the correct answer?
I mean, Mikey is a handsome lad, absolutely, but that's not the correct answer for this particular question.
Right. Okay.
Oh, it's interesting.
Who else would I say? All my pals, obviously, are beautiful.
I mean,
Slan, is it?
That's my personal favorite, but the most handsomest player in all of DayZ that has ever lived or ever will live would be one Mr. Yorkshire Pudding.
Oh, of course, Pudding.
As he has
I don't know what Yorkshire
crowned
Pudding
himself.
looks like. I don't know what Pudding looks like.
I don't
Love
either.
You, more man, love you.
I saw one blurry picture of him one time,
Right.
and yeah, I don't know either. But I mean, you just hear his voice, and you can just imagine that's a handsome man attached to that voice.
There you go. It's official. Yorkshire Pudding.
He requires me to ask that question.
Yeah. So now I know. Now I know.
It's
But,
funny
yeah,
though, because you
Mikey Larkin and I met for a pint. I went to see this David Bowie tribute band
Oh.
in Milton Keynes, you know, and that's where Mikey's from. And we met
Oh,
for a
okay.
pint. He's a diamond. He's a diamond, Mikey Larkin.
Oh, I bet he is. I bet he is. He's a nice guy. He's always very complimentary too.
Yeah, he's a good egg. He's a good egg, Mikey. Is this the wolves coming in? Are we about to get eaten by wolves? I can hear them outside.
They're here. We could jump down and give them a feast.
Should we go and try and punch the wolves to death?
Yeah.
Let's punch them
I
to
had
death.
one of my DayZ friends once killed a bear with a fire axe.
Is that is cool.
Yeah.
That is cool. I've been close a
He's-
few times with a sledgehammer.
Ooh. Hey, Bam Bam! Sled, baby, could you please
Yeah,
get
they're down here.
Bam Bam a lovely shout out?
Oh, they're stuck in the rock. Oh, there's one. There's one. I'm really sorry, Gracie. Sorry, Gracie. Gracie doesn't like it when this happens. I'm sorry, Gracie. It's a computer game. Gracie's a real dog lover. She doesn't like it when the wolves get attacked.
Oh. Is that it? I hear
It's
it.
not real. It's
I
not
hear
real.
more.
It's stuck in the rock. Well, I thought we were. Oh, here's another one.
Love you, Bam Bam. Ah! Oh!
We're actually
got
doing
cut.
pretty well here.
Oops, sorry.
We're doing pretty well here, aren't we?
Um,
I
I-
think that's it. You're bleeding.
yeah, I think I'm just gonna let myself bleed.
I think we did pretty well there. Right, well, I'm going to jump off. You get the gun ready. I'll jump off the top of here, right? And you can try and shoot me in midair. How's that?
We'll see what I can do. So
You
again,
actually did pretty well against those wolves.
we've
Right, so which
we've-
side are you on?
the stairs side. The
You
oh,
see me?
I see ya.
You see me up here?
I see ya.
Right. Say 3, 2, 1, and I'll jump off.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, yeah. Yes, did you get me? Did you
I
get
think
me?
I hit you. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, I was-
This
I
is
died in midair.
fantastic. You
I died in midair.
you're slow motion falling.
Of course.
You're
How
slow
cool.
motion.
How cool. How cool.
Oh my god, that was the way that you just felt.
How you doing? Good to see you.
Oh, that was
That was
fantastic.
good to
Okay,
see.
now I've got to go jump off.
Yep. Right, so shall we do a double raid?
Yeah, I think that's a fantastic idea.
Listen, it was an absolute pleasure, Poe.
Oh, I loved it. I'm so honored and thrilled that you decided to let me ask you a billion questions, and I hope that it was quite enjoyable for you. It was definitely
an
enjoyable for
absolute-
me.
It was an absolute joy.
G-Man!
Can I suggest no fingers Ferris for the raid?
Absolutely. Let me.
Our dear friend Ferris.
I'm stuck. Yeah.
Yeah, how are you, darling? It's great to see you. Wheelbase, great to see you. Such a great time. Much love to Poe. Thanks
Aw,
for being here.
it's-
Thanks
it's-
for being here, everyone.
Yeah, I.
Lawnmower Man, great to see you. Okay, shall we raid Ferris? If anyone that doesn't follow Ferris, give him a follow because he's an
Yeah.
absolute diamond. We love him
This
very much.
Death Levitation! What's
He's a
up,
PvP
G-Man?
champ. He
What's
once
up,
won He
man?
once won a PvP event with a 600-meter snipe.
600 meter.
A 600-meter snipe. Ask him about it.
That is wild.
Yeah, I will do, Dallas. I will do. Right.
But yeah,
so-
no, thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I hope that you would like to run with me again sometime
course,
because I
Paul,
was
of
really
course.
enjoyed it.
The pleasure would be all mine. The pleasure would be all mine.
And thank you so much for the song. That was absolutely lovely as well. It's always such a treat to be able to hear you sing.
Yeah, more than welcome. More than welcome. Okay, so I'll start the raid.
Yep, I'm starting my raid too.
Brilliant. And I'll see you in Ferris's chat.
Absolutely. Thank you
Thanks,
so much.
Woody. Thanks for being here. Okay. I'll see you in there.
Yep. Everyone, thank you so much for hanging out with us
Okay.
tonight.
Cheers, Poe.
Cheers.
Did you have a good time?
Yeah.
Good to see you.
So,
Okay, I'll catch you soon.
all right.
Cheers.
Night. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight, everyone. It's as always when I do these interviews, it was so much fun. MistaHanMan is such a great guy. If you you're not hey Fustra, how you doing? Don't worry about it, G-Man. I understand. That's MistaHanMan's link. If you don't already follow MistaHanMan, I always recommend him. He's just a great guy, a fun Daisy player, and a fantastic musician. Love you, bye! See you later, Rich. And thank you all for hanging out with me. I will see you again, probably maybe Monday afternoon. Hugs and kisses and stars for wishes. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. And be a little naughty. It's fun. Good night.